Now, hi everybody, welcome.
Hello.
So, as I just now said in chat, Summer Newsletter 2026, and I figured we'd do our reaction. I don't have anything else to stream. I might just kind of switch to doodling, maybe, honestly. But I figured that since people were saying this one is like big, substantial, that some of you would like to see my reaction, have that documented somewhere, so here we are. And Disco Elysium this Sunday. Yippee! We're gonna... I don't know if it's gonna happen immediately, but that means we're gonna move on to In Stars and Time. So that's exciting. And yeah, that's kind of that. We're gonna move on to the actual goddamn thing now. Let me make sure that I'm streaming the right thing, though. How you doing, Asfert?
Pretty good.
Ah. The thing is like... Hold on. How big do I want this? Like this? I think like this. Yes. Something like this. There we go. Hi Jakul, hi Izen. Hello, Jada the Rest of Reprise. I think... Did you have a different name before? Because I recognized that profile picture, but I can't remember. There's also the new stuff on the Deltarune website. What? I don't know, what? The kind of newsletter that makes you...
Yes, you do know. I told you about that.
Did you? Like in my DMs?
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes, and you said, don't tell me anymore, I'm gonna see this on stream. Like, yesterday.
Oh, okay. Sure. We'll look at that. I'm sure that will be mentioned in a newsletter.
No, actually.
Okay, then you'll direct me to it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let me... So, you know what? Since we're already playing one-shot music, let me just put on one-shot OST. There we go.
My favorite Toby Fox game, One Shot.
Yeah. If I'm not playing the game, I'm not gonna be unnecessarily playing Deltarune music.
I'm sure Big Wolf is after you.
Yeah, even though I'm not monetized.
Yeah.
Well, this is odd. Where did this... Okay, no. Don't do that. Yeah, let me just play from the Bandcamp. There we go. Loud. Loud as hell. Hold on. Audio mixer, go. Go, my trusted audio mixer. You're gonna be hearing it really loud for a second. Be patient. My fail. My favorite artist from off the game. So true. Alright. Oh. Stream on Discord. Stream on Discord. Oh yeah, since this is like me streaming my Firefox, you can see my funny blue cursor. This is Bootbeer. It's a character named Bootbeer.
Why are you blue?
I'm blue. Dabba-dee dabba-die. Deltarune Summer Newsletter 2026! It's summer. Can summer be over yet? No, because it's vacation, but... Yeah, it's hot as hell this year. Everywhere, seemingly. Chapter 5 released. Deltarune. Around a month ago. Deltarune Chapter 5 released. Did you know this? I'm pleased with the response to Chapter 5. Many friends told me they loved it, and some people even cried a bit. That's me, I did cry. I cried a bit, that's me. Everyone's experience may vary.
Toby was talking about you and you specifically.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Cried a bit. Everyone's experience may vary, but if the game resonated deeply with a few players, I feel confident I'm moving in the right direction. With a few. Okay. Now that it's been a bit, I have a lot of info on the concept art of about Chapter 5 to share. Ah! I love Deltarune concept art. See, I have to wonder if, like, a Deltarune concept art book will ever be a thing, because we've gotten concept art for the game as the game has come out. So I have to wonder if there will be more to share eventually. I mean, we got, like, new concept, like, sprites and stuff for Undertale 10 years later, so it's, like, not impossible.
And Gaster concept art from 2014 is gonna go crazy.
So true! Gaster battle song or like concept from 2013, and it's like just so happens to be identical to Truer Than Fiction from Dreamer Reborn. Deltarune. Around a month ago. Deltarune Chapter 5. Okay, I read that already. Now, this is the part that, yeah. Now that it's been a bit, I have also a lot of other... Oh, wait. Click here to check it out. Oh! This is a separate page! Interviews Chapter 5. With Toby himself. Okay. What's next? Chapter 5 was a really fun... Should I read this first, or should I read this?
Yeah, probably. You should probably read the thing first. I mean, it is first in order, so...
Right, okay, that makes sense. Chapter 5, Thoughts. Ah! 10 years from 2019, lol. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really good. Of course, that kind of silhouette. A, only sun changes. B, blue hue shift. I mean, yeah, the hue shift is better. So that's interesting. It really wasn't like that. It was a little understated, the entire, like, actual Seven Suns thing in the game. But yeah, that is pretty cool. I also this makes me feel like right at home when it comes to trying to like design areas, because I always think of like a silhouette shot essentially when I think about like the concept for how an area looks. So this is hitting close to home. Cool. Hello, Y4E. Hello. Green sun. You mean the greens?
If you think about it, the sun is in between the background.
That's true. That's true. Let's talk about Chapter 5. Concept and gameplay. Before its release, I described Chapter 5 as a fun chapter, which, I mean, it was. Hopefully everyone understands what I meant by that. Which is that... Oh, hold on a second, let me move my thing. Which is that it is fun. Wow. Anyway, there aren't any more chapters where we focus on goofy, attention-hungry Darkner character.
There aren't any more chapters that are fun.
No, but this is exactly what I was thinking, right? Because I am sure that they're not gonna be completely serious, no jokes whatsoever, but there aren't any more chapters where we focus on goofy, attention-hungry Darkner characters, like Queen Tenna Flowery. So, like, we're not gonna get that kind of chapter villain anymore. It's all gonna be, like, driven by character drama, I'm assuming, Chapter 6. This is kind of what I thought already, so it's interesting to see it specifically worded like that, with the potential to win weird popularity contests. Yeah! Dude, I read the freaking I read the Tenna and Senshi and freaking Ryland Grace fanfic that Toby wrote with just the biggest banana on my face ever. It was beautiful. It was just, I'm so happy. It just made me so happy. The like little bit of like the fact that it wasn't just like jokes. It actually tried to like make a little of sense in universe, because it seemingly took place in TV world, but like with the Dungeon Meshi characters kind of unchanged, and like Senshi being like the food guy talking about like, I've noticed this technology you guys have called fridges. It's like the fact that he went that path for it just made me smile so much. No more fun allowed. Hello, tonight's captor. Tricky Tony's hiding in a homestead. I picked it. That's not... What? Where's the Homestuck reference? What are we talking about? Hello, JG. Thank you. Sudais? Do I call you Sudais? I'm not sure how to call you. You heard it here first, people. The game will no longer be fun. We are done with funny stuff. It's going to be serious now.
No fun allowed.
Yeah, we're done with funny stuff. It's going to be serious now. Gaster Shelter, Night Roaring, and Kidnap Iron Friend. So true. No, but genuinely, I feel like the people that are... It's honestly a little bit sad seeing just how many people are like hungry for that, and that only when it comes to Deltarune. Like what, like people so anxious about like a friend explanation instead of like a regular introduction, just like any other character. And just because the friend has been teased over multiple chapters, people have this like, you know, hunger for it to be explained, you know, instead of just, hey, let's let him maybe tell the story like the story is supposed to be told. I don't know. It's just like this, people wanting the deep lore explained and not explored. It's like there's something about how people word that kind of want. I'm sure that it's not exactly how I'm describing it, but it's the kind of vibe, and I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Any more chapters where we focus on goofy, attention-hungry, dark new characters with the potential to win weird popularity contests. But thinking about the structure of the story, I think it was the perfect spot to do it one more time. I genuinely still agree with that. Though some people that didn't know that this was supposed to be the purpose of the chapter after chapter 4 were like taken aback a bit, which I suppose I understand. Even though it's only 4 chapters, but at the same time, the fact that like we ended with a goddamn Titan fight in chapter 4 was the shocking part of the chapter. So like, it's hard, it's a little difficult to talk about. Even though it's only been 4 chapters since chapter 1, I wanted chapter 5 to feel like a mix of so nostalgic fun mixed with new unforeseen concepts, and I think the fact that it wasn't just nostalgic fun is like the important part of the equation there. Music from chapter 1 of Deltarune, which two of them include like actual covers that have existed online for forever, and with just new mixes. Characters that reference concepts from Undertale, etc. Yeah. It is interesting that he straight up just said this word for word, but I guess I shouldn't be as surprised for that kind of stuff to be openly acknowledged, considering Toby just straight up had no issue talking like saying the word Kara in the 10th anniversary livestream, and the word that was actually banned was Gaster, which, you know, to be expected. As for the new elements, this time we added a platforming system where you can jump around, attack, and act. Development started in October 2021. Oh wow! With an on and off programming by OnDev, creator of games such as Trace Bashers, not familiar. Eventually, towards the end of chapter 4, other members of the team were then able to take on this prototype and develop it further. Interesting. On this early platforming example with his own temporary enemies. Blue Chris 2. Let's see it. Oh, neat. Oh, I love these guys. Freaking goofy walk. Oh my god. It's beautiful. Oh, wow. So, okay, you have...
Yeah, Susie and Ralsa used to be completely independent.
Right, like in the Tena game. Very interesting. Though it is, like, surprising, honestly, how much of the visuals here, like, remained. Because, like, the this, like, thing on Chris, like, this diamond pattern, right? Like, a lot of the animations seem to still be the same. That's interesting. I really love these developer texture guys. Like, this is just beautiful. I'm a big fan of this box that shoots bullets. It's fun. As usual, we created tons and tons of prototypes. There were a few design challenges with using the platforming system. I feel quite happy about its implementation to the final game. Dude, it's perfect. But here are some things we had to be concerned about. Okay. We prototyped the platforming enemy for each flower color, but not all were used. Right, because some of them, some of the flowers didn't have like an autonomous bullet pattern. Oh shoot! Oh! Oh my gosh, so fun! Muffet laugh used from the very beginning. The little mice! These yellow turrets are interesting. I like the blue clouds with the eyes. That's the, oh man, this is cool. This is so cool. Wait, the orange flowers create a pink bullet pattern? Connection confirmed since 2021. This is cool. Oh, this one's green? Okay. Interesting. So was the... Oh, no. There is a green version of that cloud. Huh. And it has fire, like green. Okay. Oh my gosh, this rocks. Looks like hell to play through, kinda, but cool. So it does look like the original intent was for like these, even the bullet patterns that resemble like a character, for them to be like lesser goons essentially that you play that you fight through, slash through in a bigger level rather than like a fight encounter. Cool. Big fan of the way that looked, but also like what we got in the end as well. This is an RPG game with a focus on character interaction. If the game turns completely into an action platformer, it carries the risk of making the player feel like, why am I playing this crap knockoff of Hollow Knight? I feel like some people would have the opposite reaction and think that the entirety of Deltarune should now be like that. Which honestly, I wouldn't even blame them. It is really fun. But I also understand why this version of the entire thing made that impression. So what they ended up doing was giving so much more interaction to like your party members, which is like like one of the coolest parts of it. The act thing, that's so good. Instead of feeling like they are playing Deltarune. I really love that. Why am I playing this crap version of Hollow Knight is a real sentence in this. That's awesome. In order to inject some unique character-based elements to the gameplay, the platforming act system was developed in October 2024! 3 years after the initial prototypes! How? Wow. Okay. A large amount of acts were considered for each character, but ultimately we found it most intuitive to just have Hanging with Ralsei and Root Buster with Susie for regular platforming. Yeah, okay. It would be cool if there was more. If this like fully persists for chapter 6, I have to wonder what kind of like basic platforming act would Noelle have. I have to wonder. Because Susie has attacking, Ralsei has making a platform. What else is there that Noelle could do? Insert image of Toby dreaming Silk. Silk? Yeah! I remember that one. There's like a showcase of all of them at once, that's why I think it looks like such a headache now. Yeah, that also makes sense. Hi, Mesoploy. Not yet. I am only at like the very beginning part of the like concepts for chapter 5 part of it, which seems like very, very long in and of itself. But I will be willing to hear later. Hello, R-Cube. Temporarily freeze enemies or stop bullet patterns, maybe? Ooh! Like the time stop thing from Breath of the Wild. That was my first association. I haven't even played Breath of the Wild, but yeah. That is something that they've thought about, which would be interesting also narratively, because it would be like encouraging her to use ice magic in main route also. I wonder if that were to happen, there probably would need to be some kind of like, I don't know, acknowledgement why using her power for this is okay, I suppose.
Isn't sleep mist just kinda ice magic? It's like hail or something.
Little bit.
Oh, like Shell really does.
Okay. The reason why I say that is because a big part of the like, oh yeah, you're freaking up not only the people around you, but the like entire place, is like the entire thing of her freezing the mouse puzzle, not engaging with the world around them properly.
Oh yeah, but just freezing things solid and using magic, like, not offensively, it's different.
Well, yeah, but that's that is like inherently related to what she does in the weird route. So if that were to be like a similar thing in platforming mode, just in regular routes, I feel like there should be like some kind of difference made, so that it's clear, I guess.
I mean, we are allowed to beat the shit out of bullet patterns, so
Yeah. In order to inject, which also I'm wondering about something, like if we had like a pink encounter, if we had a pink encounter in platforming mode, would we be allowed to like beat up her dummies, dummy bullets?
Her body's indestructible. We could just beat up her.
That's also true, but I was thinking about it a while ago, because the entire concept of like in Undertale, people have to like prepare their bullets in another place, like kind of take care of them, like how Papyrus has his box of bones and Undyne has to you know, polish her spears before she actually casts them. So I kind of had this thought of maybe like, even if bullet patterns themselves have some personhood to them, when you defeat them, they just kind of go into some kind of like backstage or like back to the owner, and it doesn't really matter if you beat them up. I don't know. Just had that thought. In order to inject some unique character-based elements, yeah, read that already. Another important Deltaruneism was adding lots of stupid optional dialogue for doing different things in the platforming mode. Yeah. Actually, hold on, because this is too loud. As well as having a couple RPG encounters accessible for during that mode. This kept the mood from drifting too far from the main game. Another thing that we had to keep in mind was that this could be somebody's first experience playing a platforming game. Right, because it is such a drastic change of the gameplay. I have heard some stories of people being like entirely unprepared for that. So, yeah. A terrifying thought, but technically possible. A terrifying thought, yeah. That is, but technically possible also because of the fact that because Deltarune is one of the most popular games, most popular indie games in general, and it's like one of the first indie games that a lot of people will recommend to somebody that has completely zero experience with indie games. That does mean that a lot of people that only play AAA slop will play Deltarune at some point. So there's also that when it comes to the platforming argument. Nothing in the game has demanded any platforming skills before this. Yeah, no Blue Soul mode either. So I kept the actual jumping challenges rather simple. On the other hand, it was too fun to make difficult challenges, yeah, so we tried to include a couple of those in optional areas. I hope you enjoyed them. Makes sense. I'm gonna just put this at 100 for the time being. Oh! Huh! What? Why that sound? Why the weird
placeholder sound effects?
I mean, I guess, but specifically weird route cancel sound effect. Okay. So this is like an early version of the shadow blocks, but they used the chapter 4 piano, which is actually kind of neat. And they did the like change in perspective thing also. This is cool. Alright. Why didn't you have a 100% run of your shower favorite line from chapter 5? I'm so happy I got that on my own. I'm genuinely so happy. We prototyped various puzzle concepts where you had to swap between both gameplay styles, but most of them ended up a little too clunky and hard to understand. I see. Whoa! Oh, that's so pretty! This GG, yeah, it's GG art. I can tell by the way they drew Chris. 100% GG art. Besides the platforming, another general challenge was writing a chapter that introduces 8 different characters to the main story without destroying the pacing. Sincerely, massive success on that front. They're all like, and like when I was playing myself, I was concerned about this when we entered Flower Castle, because I was like, man, we are at the last area of the game, not the last area because you have Top of Castle after that, but I thought we are at the last area of the game and we still have only properly met Seth and Aqua. When are we gonna have time for the other 4? And surprise, surprise, they all feel pretty balanced, I meant to say. So, happy about that. However, putting aside how good of an idea that is in the first place, I feel like I managed to pull this off fairly well, showing off all of the individual qualities of the different flowers without dragging the story down. Toby does the impossible for an artist, actually compliments himself. Among my friends, everybody had that's not anything bad, by the way, I just found that funny because I'm like... usually in this kind of commentary, you'd hear him be a little more self-deprecatory, which I'm just happy. I'm actually pretty happy about how he described his own work here. Among my friends, everybody had different favorite flower. Among my friends, everybody had a different favorite flower, and every flower was someone's favorite. So that's all I can hope for. Honestly, very good. Let me. Sorry, DM'd somebody. This is really pretty. You know, usually it's quite hard to really the GG does like this absolutely awesome area concept art a lot of the time that feels like it would be really hard to replicate in a bird's eye view 2D game. Like the scale of it, the general feel of the area. And I certainly felt like some of the vibe of the concept art was a little lost, for instance, with Chapter 2's Cyber City. But I genuinely really like thought that Flower Castle felt like just so grand. And I mean, looking at this little slice here, this is basically what the game looks like. So, very good job. Oh God! Oh, what am I looking at? Okay. Constantly carries a jacket over his shoulder he never wears. That's awesome. So, the original concept was straight up like fully human face and just flower petals around it? Okay. Glad we didn't end up at that. 10 years ago, everyone was misspelling flowy as flowery, and it was driving me crazy. So I thought, wouldn't it be funny if there was another Golden Flower character actually named Flowery? Then everyone can misspell his name as Flowey too. Oh, it's beautiful. The Golden Flower, Gold, was able to become his own Mary Sue character in the form of Flowery. Huh? The Golden Flower, Gold, was able to become his own Mary Sue character in the form of Flowery. He's trying to be perfect, but doesn't know anything about what that is really, what it's like to really live. Ah, this is an early concept for his story. So he was gonna change his name from Gold to Flowery. His interpretation of the ideal man.
I think it's more like he was supposed to be called Gold, but then he thought of Flowery.
Okay. His interpretation of the ideal man is totally alien and over the top. He looks like a generic anime guy and is far taller than a normal human. You can say that about Yellow more so. It's probable that he chose his own theme song and plays it himself somehow, which, by the way, is basically a crappy misremembered version of only 8 seconds of the Full House theme song. I don't even know what Full House is, but I like the censoring there. Reminds me of the fact that in the Wrong Number song from the 10th anniversary Undertale stream, there's like my favorite Marvel superhero is Donkey Kong in the lyrics, and it's just censored like this with asterisks. I thought that was awesome. And he must think this is awesome. You can think of the other flower characters in a similar fashion. Their designs may be strange, but that's because they had to decide who they wanted to be for themselves. I wonder what inspired each of their dreams. It's not really important, to be honest, but it's fun to think about. So it's probably like part of their character that was thought about, but not something that's actually part of the game, so nothing concrete. It's pretty clear what Yellow's was. Asgore's like shows that he liked. Probably saw him. And one of those being very clearly Woody's Roundup from Toy Story. That is something that I really appreciate about all of the flowers. It's that their aspirations for what they want to be and what they ended up being are like so inconsistent with each other. There isn't really like a theme that is universal to all of them. Because like even they all look like humans is not universal. Because you have orange, right? Even that is not universal across all 7 of them. So I think that's just really cool, and it just doesn't matter. They all just treat each other like family. One of my favorite details, I think, is that each one of them can fly, except Seth. Seth has to use the like flying purple flower contraption in the flowery boss fight because Seth can't fly, and honestly I think that's beautiful. You can think of the other flower characters and yeah, okay. Hopefully none of this comes off as new information. I'm simply pointing out what was in the game. By the way, here's some concept art from Toko Yatabe of Studio Kara for the animation. Okay, so yeah, this was I guess the interpretation of the character after he was already drawn, like designed by Toby. Her early concept art for the animation determined Flowery's final outfit. Ah, so never mind. So that came first, and then the orange and green vest came. That's cool. I like it a lot, honestly. It's very pretty too. I've seen this art before. So is this? Yeah, this was posted on Twitter. Oh, cute! Okay, hold on. He has different appearances in different situations. Yeah! I like when characters have an inconsistent design like this. That is a Tobyism, isn't it? It's pretty cool. Especially for a character like him. Maybe the inconsistency is gets bought. Why would Flowery make me do this? Full House is canon to Deltarune now. How will this impact the theories? There's no single idea of what humanity means, yup. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I always thought, like, wow, this sounds like Full House. I had no idea, I'm sorry. I listened to that, it does sound like of the Full House theme now. Okay. GR is always so good. I should read Cucumber Quest sometime. Azure has this thing where he recommends Cucumber Quest to literally everybody by saying that, come on, it's really short. And like, why is it short? Oh, because it's unfinished, unfortunately. What if it's unfinished? Then it doesn't feel like I want to read it. And like, unfortunately, I am one of those people that didn't literally say that, but it did feel like, oh man, that's kind of a shame, because I feel like if I were to read it, I would really, really like it, and I would feel like the void in my heart for the fact that it's unfinished. I still have to
about Gigi. I don't know if you remember from like that one interview about Deltarune from years ago, where they said that like Toby narrated the story to everyone working on it, and like Gigi was quiet for most of it, and then at one specific part, they screamed "Hell yeah!" And after chapter 5 came out, they said, "No, that part hasn't happened yet."
Oh my god! Okay, interesting. That's. I was going to just now say that now that I think about it, I don't think I ever actually read the Gigi interview from years ago in full.
Huh.
And that was the same for the Temi interview from like 2021. That was in the same newsletter as the Groby comic. I also didn't read that one in full. Actually, not 2021. I think that was 2022. But yeah, I didn't read that one fully until like just recently, so I'll have to return to the Gigi one as well. And that's really cool. Oh damn, I didn't know that well. I can still enjoy an unfinished story. The lack of ending can be its own ending. Alright. I mean, I genuinely do really want to check it out because all of the character designs are like so appealing. The studio that animated the flowery cutscene is the same. Yeah! I mean, at this point, I feel like everybody knows this. It's just like such a funny, shocking fact that's also just so cool. Alright, other flowers! Yay! My goat. Here's some concept art.
The comment about Aqua is funny.
Hold on, I haven't seen yet. Here's some concept art of the other flowers. How many eyes do humans have again? Final. Cute. Old hair. I see. I have to wonder.
It says alt.
I know. I said alt hair. I said like.
You said old.
No, it's all. I said alt. Alt.
Okay.
I'm old. I'm old. Gerson, who is actually seen. I'm old. Okay, final. That's cool. There's a really good design for like because okay, I have to wonder because this works in like an MS Paint doodle, right? Or like not a doodle, but like an MS Paint rendering of her like this. But I have to wonder like. How does Toby imagine these little hair bits? Because so many people interpret that in so many different ways.
Yes.
Yes. And I also like how you can tell that her just standing still like looking frontways sprite is directly based on this concept art, and then the rest of them were like made without that in mind anymore, and also a lot of them and a lot of the animations were clearly made by other people. But this is genuinely good design. Flower on back of body on dress. Huh. That's interesting.
Which is not in any sprite.
Yeah, but I'd like to see that in fan art now. Red knives, something about it seems familiar. I mean, her knives are purple and they have like a red aura, so... But I get it isn't. Ooh. Okay, Aqua. I didn't have any trouble drawing her. Yeah, it seems like it came naturally. She's obviously inspired by Toho, yep. By the way, the other day I talked to someone and they didn't know what Toho was, so I was like, Bad Apple? And they were like, huh, I thought that was a Hatsune Miku thing. That's not even sung by Hatsune Miku. Oh, the suffering.
Completely unrelated to the character. He just wanted to share that.
I really like that though. Like that's such a common thing. I remember I recently had a conversation with like an older guy essentially, and I had to explain to him how vocal synths are different from AI generated music, and it was horrible.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because he saw like a Hatsune Miku thing, and I said like, "Oh, Hatsune Miku," and then he was like in the proximity, and then the conversation spiraled from there. And then he was like conflating the two constantly, even when I described the differences. And when I described the differences, he said like, "Oh no, yeah, I think it's wrong too, but also some people like it, so like I can't have that against them." And like, dude, the market will decide is not a valid way to judge this sort of stuff. Like, okay, it was hell, but I'm over it. I'm over it. I've calmed down. No, I'm not. I have not. Anyway, he wasn't even that old, but yeah. A streamer I watch, Scorpy, doesn't know crap about Toho and pronounces the name like Tuhu. I think I've heard
Tuhu.
I think Joel Vinesauce, Vark Skalathor Joel pronounces it like Tuhu. I don't think I pronounce it correctly, do I?
I mean, it's the westernized name that just everybody calls it.
Yeah.
I think the like Japanese pronunciation will be Toho. Like the U's aren't really spelled.
Toho?
Yeah. Like
hello, Estrogen Dog. Hello, welcome to the stream. Awesome name. Incredible. Tao Hu? He also doesn't know crap about Deltarune, and he still depicted this Pumpkin Sweepstakes. Directed this to Pumpkin Sweepstakes stream. Oh! So is he part of the RTV crew? I'm assuming he is then. That's funny. I have to wonder, okay, because I don't know. How much does Wayne know about Deltarune? Did they like... Did they like drag Wayne to be featured in the 10th anniversary Undertale livestream, and all of that time he was sitting in the corner? That was his first time seeing Undertale.
he drew a picture of the fun gun shooting guns at Guster and Image Friend and the Night.
That's awesome. I love that. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know what it reminds me of? You know, so to talk about the freaking oh, you're gonna find it? Can I say what I wanted to say?
Yeah. I don't remember his name on Twitter, like his full name.
Well, it's Wayne Radio TV, like the Twitch channel.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that, talking about the 10th anniversary live stream version of the Wrong Number song by Camellia, the music video for that, I saw that recently again because it could recommend it, and dude, it's just insane. Like, you just have a Gaster showing up, right? Well, technically Mystery Man, because he's like the words Mystery Man show up on screen, but like, okay, man. And there's also
it wasn't the fun gang, it was the flowers.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Please show me, please.
I'm sending it in the micro function.
Oh dear God. Oh dear God. I saw this. I did not know this was him.
Also, this image is actually an edit of extremely old DeviantArt, I think, image that someone made of a few Toho characters shooting like that at like Bin Laden and Hitler and Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, that sounds like some early internet stuff, yeah.
It's an edit of this image.
I don't know if I'm gonna show... I don't think I'm gonna show that. So I haven't even read the like text on screen. Take that, roaring night, winged Gaster, and the image friend were making a lot of dark fountains, and and it's all your faults. You stupid 3 characters for causing the roaring. How dare you kill the innocent lightners wrong, you something moron? Ew, killing innocent lightners is messed up, you monsters. Personnel. What?
I don't know.
I love this. How Deltarune would end of chapter 6 if the stupid Fang Gang did the right thing and left Flower King Fountain open. This would kill a Deltarune fan in 2018. Before Nintendo Switch port or after, because they all, depending on when, they also wouldn't know who the hell this is. Oh my god. I also really enjoy the thing that Seth is saying, because it like this like 100% reflects my view of how this story, because like I love evil group chat, I love Gaster Pirate Crew, but like seeing those type of jokes enough, I think gave some people the idea that like these 3 characters are genuinely conspiring to do the roaring, when I think that the knight it's just executing the prophecy. Friend, we have no idea, but I don't think that there's the same motivation there. I don't think they are aligned in the slightest. And WD Gaster is like the freaking character that allows you to save and load. I feel like he of all people would not be like a villain in this story that he is managing from backstage. I don't think that's what's happening with him. But again, I have to say, like, Gaster Pirate Crew is like one of my favorite things that came out of chapter 5. Genuinely. Friendly is probably not even just one being, and that's kind of a thought of that I had like for a good while before the new dialogue after the update, even. But yeah, it's been like very it's opened up the people's eyes to the possibility also. That image is awesome sauce. The RVRAI when. Has a spinning arc on the starting soon screen now? Aw, that's awesome! Chapter was bad because they couldn't add me as a secret boss. Hello, Sans. RTX edition. Hello. It's true. And I remember seeing this one animated short on YouTube of like Toby going past Gaster saying no, thinking, assuming this is like him, not assuming, but implying that this is him choosing the secret boss of the chapter, walking by Gaster saying no, walking by Sans saying no, and walking by Serova saying no. So that made me think of that. Okay, let's move on to Seth. Oh, the chudling. Oh, beautiful. You know, I've seen a couple people who didn't really like Seth. You know, just saying like, hey, this archetype of character just isn't for me. I just feel like Birdly is this type of character, but done better. Just some people say that. I don't agree. But some people who've said that say that genuinely this this concept art alone made them warm up to Seth as a character more, because they thought that they were more appealing, looking a little uglier. And I guess I understand. But I appreciate that this pose on the top, bottom left here was basically replicated. But yeah, because of the overworlds, how the overworld sprite came out, they ended up much cuter than this. But I appreciate the amount of people now drawing them with like these tall, creepy teeth. I think that's pretty awesome. And I like how from this you still can't tell if this is supposed to be a moon or a tie. But I still think it's a tie and it's just curves in this pose. Seth. The character Seth was inspired by the character named Seth from Illusion of God. I didn't know the character was straight up named Seth. I knew that I've seen like a character from some old RPG that looked basically like them, but I didn't know they were just named the set.
Looks the same and it's called the same.
And nobody cares about the game, so Toby just allowed himself to do this. I remember I was watching the first part. Oh, Ram. Okay. I was watching the first part of Andrew Cunningham's reaction to the Chapter 5 anniversary. No, it's not Chapter 5 anniversary. Undertale 10th anniversary stream.
Already?
Yeah.
Already?
It's been a month! The 10th anniversary Undertale stream, and I remember a comment that he had about it was like, Toby Fox always lists these super hyper obscure RPGs, but that like so many people only list like stuff like Final Fantasy or something as their inspirations, but Toby like pulls out Illusion of Gaia, Secret of Mana, stuff like that all the time when he talks about this is inspired by this is inspired by this is inspired by this. And nobody knows what he's talking about, he's just nodding along because nobody played these games. And this is not at this, by the way, at people that actually like them. It's just I just found that funny because outside of Toby mentioning these games by name, I have never heard of them from anybody ever. I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're good, but like, yeah, I just found it funny. This is my Inspire Sona. Yep, I watched another stream of the two girls playing.
It's my Inspirona.
It's fun. Great. Yep, I watched another stream of and the two girls immediately clocked the reference to Illusion of Gaia when Seth was properly revealed. Oh, who? I'd like to actually know the channel name. Remember, you can steal characters from barely known games and nobody will find out, including the original developers. Wait, I just looked over at the end of this message why Steven Universe mentioned. Okay, we'll get to there. They are both purple and wear glasses, but they don't have any other similarities beyond that. Other than maybe like the stature, it feels like that's similar. Originally, Seth's first concept had white hair and skin. That was a bit more lavender in tone, but when I showed it to my friends, they said, that's just, you know, from Steven Universe, so I Wait, is that where the goddamn, like, amethyst turning into Seth image came from? Because I saw, like, that... Hold on, Yeah! Hold on, is this the original source, or is it just like a repost Reddit post? Because people repost stuff like that on Reddit all the time. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm just gonna show this Reddit post because I don't know. I don't know if there is an original, like, that source that's different than this. Hopefully this is the person that made it. I'll link it. I'll link it and chat. Wait, this is 2 days ago. Didn't this newsletter come out 1 day ago? This was like literally one like a premonition for the next day.
Funny.
That's awesome. Aquamarine after not surviving. I've never even seen the character Aquamarine before that post. Oh, that's beautiful. I forgot the name, I could search it up. Alright. Do it if you like. Hi, dog! By the way, nerds are cool. Amethyst after that's arriving. Alright. Aww! Aww! So cute! My heart is fluttering! What a pleasant and inquisitive nature! So cute! Aww. Okay, now moment of truth. Is this inspired by Splendid Land's art? Green's appearance is inspired by the art style of my friend's friend. Yeah! Looked it! Let's go. What'd you say, Haspi?
I read that. I thought of you.
That's funny. Because I said this on stream! I said this when they first show up in the first diner in the field! Oh, I'm so correct! I'm so correct. Green's appearance is inspired by the art style of my friend Splendidland, who designed Hacker, Ambulance. God, every character designed by this person has these eyes! And a couple other great guys. She didn't even know about this character until the game came out, though. That's really funny. I like that a lot. Dude, I enjoy this, the other colored green, so much. This is beautiful. I am so happy. Orange! Also pretty much unchanged. It was hard to express the joy of her expression in such a small sprite. Look at her! I think it's very clear. The fact that in nearly every single sprite she is like she has her mouth open wide like that, I think that's beautiful. Anyway, it was important to have one of the
He forgot a 2.
It was important to have one of the characters be a mouse to make it absurdly obvious how distorted their idea of humanity is. So specifically a mouse. It couldn't be any other character. It couldn't be any other animal. Yeah.
The comment on yellow is a comment.
All right. Let's see. Oh wow! Started out of a beard. Interesting. How many fingers do humans have again? Oh, a yellow was originally gonna have 6 fingers. Wow. For the pines. Add color. Gun shooting. I love how this just looks like a shadow guy. Very tall. Taller. Neon yellow versus flowery gold. Dude, we could talk about this. Flowery is more yellow and the yellow is more gold. Like, this is freaked up. That's what they feel like to me. Oh! Oh my god, he's so handsome. Oh, it's beautiful.
He's so square.
So square.
He was not there.
Side image. Oh! Tried spriting him himself. Cool. Reference Chris image, specifically blushing. Hi. Why Chris blushing? Yellow. He had 2 designs. In the earlier one from October 20... This is from October 2016. This is now. I do feel like... Huh?
Feel old yet?
Feel old yet? Dude. So this guy existed at the same time as, like... I don't know... The Undertale Yellow Ruins demo was out.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just kind of really funny to think about. And again, the like flowery concept dialogue thing, where like we were like arguing about like whatever, right? And at the same time, like Toby was writing freaking flowery being held up by Asgore like in the Titanic. Like, okay, it's beautiful. Looks like a shadow guy and even has the sock gag like the shadow guy. Yeah, that is odd, huh? I'm in the stream 50% because I want to see the yellow description again. Alright. Well, here you go. He had 2 designs. In the early one from October 2016, he had more of a beard and was a cool, collected guy. Imagine. Then I redrew him later in January 2020. Ah, this is 2020. Okay, so 4 years later. It does feel like more modern Toby art is like cleaner with more direction. He takes some inspiration from wood. I don't know. I don't know how much my mic caught that, but oh god, I spat all over my drawing tablet. God damn it. Yeah, he is. Huh?
Yeah.
He was foreshadowed a bit. It was chapter 3 with some buff comments. I think that's the full extent of the intention. Once again, if my mic cut that out because of the audio filtering on OBS,
at least on Discord completely. I don't know about YouTube.
Just know, I howled. My throat hurts, okay? Like, genuinely, I feel like I need a tea with honey right now. That's kind of the full extent of the intentional cowboy foreshadowing I've done in my life. You know, I think these 3 sentences are, frankly, the perfect conclusion to the Woody Theory saga, as we could call it.
Definitely.
Did this man... Well, okay, hold on. Research time. When was Friend Inside Me originally posted? Was it 2020?
I was thinking that. I don't remember if it's 2020 or 2019.
Friend Inside Me on the Gaming Urban Legends Wiki. I think it's pretty funny. Okay, Friend Inside Me from Full Radiation. Let's see. Guys. 23rd of September 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Frick. Maybe he had the idea for maybe he just had the idea for like, what if I redesigned this guy, but he's Woody from Toy Story? Maybe he had the idea and only drew it later. Maybe.
I mean, it is January 2020, so...
Yeah. Just, you know, it wasn't all for naught. It wasn't all for naught. You know why? Because we have Jongler. Okay?
That's true.
We achieved this. Collectively, we achieved this.
we birthed Jongler.
We are the parents, all collectively. But mostly Spooky Dude. I think that's the person that made the original Woody Theory video that popularized it, right?
And also Woody Theory Neo.
Right. Didn't Spooky Dude also make like a video about Woody Theory like right after the trailer for Chapter 5 came out, and the thumbnail had like Woody in a samurai outfit or armor?
What? I haven't seen that one.
I wish. This is pretty clear, lol. It's so funny. Indubitably. Rip Woody Theory, it was funny and hysterical while it lasted. People will just make a wiki for anything. Woody Theory is finally dead. Give Jongler more attention, Toby. People, the Mike Twitter is like suffering and wants more Jongler, okay? There's too much Pluie and Batat. We need more Jongler in our lives. I wish the flowers could appear in Castletown just so we could see Yellow interact with Jongler Mike. That's not Jongler Mike! It's either Jongler...
I don't think any other Darkener is gonna interact with those three. Like, the Mike room is like a containment.
No, but...
no one else can get in.
Genuinely,
it's like an asylum padded room.
Genuinely, that would be kind of a shame. I would love for, like, whenever we find out, if we ever find out, who, like, anything about True Mike, if that ever happens, I would really love for the 3 Mikes to have, like, genuine relevance for their investment in trying to find out, or for Batat's investment mostly, to be, like, maybe even if not paid off, then acknowledged, in light of the fact that there is a True Mike out there somewhere, you know? And whether that's Friend, or Aram, or whoever, you know, it's True Mike existed, at least. So I hope that at least gets acknowledged. And I love genuinely written, like, Friend and Batat content. I think it's awesome. Guessing that there was going to be a prominent character based on Woody and getting it right is already insane. I guess. Non-believers. It wasn't a myth? OMG, I have a friend inside me. Believers. He's yellow, not black and white. So true. No, they appear in the Trash Trio fight. I was gonna say that. I was going to say this. True Mike. Do you mean Michael the cat? Perhaps I do. Honestly, Friend Mike is still not that, like, far off of a possibility in my mind. Which, by the way, is still wild that via Cat Mike, and, well, not via Cat Mike necessarily, but via, you know, all of the, like, Elemental Association, Spamton Cat stuff, we, like, correctly guessed Friend was going to be a cat, and it became, like, a fandom accepted thing before the cutscene in Chapter 3. Like, that's wild, right?
How did it even happen?
I think it was because of the potential Cheshire Cat reference, like of the smile in the darkness, and also Spamton, and also our initial confusion over the elemental pairs system, and the fact that Puppet was paired with Cat. That too.
Oh yeah.
Because we just kind of thought that the pink and yellow was much more Spamton aligned, you know.
I do still think that Cheshire Cat thing is still gonna be done.
Yo.
Because, like, it makes sense.
No, it's literally legitimately still, as of Chapter 5, it is relevant, like that thread of thinking. Or I don't know how it works. Yeah, it is still confusing. Genuinely, if there isn't gonna be, like, a big attention-stealing Darkner Blower Bow, can we get, like, proper elaboration on some of the, like, RPG elements in Chapter 6, maybe? Please? Can we get the element system, but, like, fully elaborated on, please? Why is a Zapper the only...
Like, that's never gonna happen.
Why is a Zapper the only, like, Darkner that does holy electric attacks?
Well, not holy, just electric.
Well, yeah, but they're like, programming-wise, they are the same type.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, Blue. In the game, oh, it's a bit of a shame this has the least text. In the game, he has a different hairstyle during his face sprite. I thought it would be fun to provide multiple possibilities for what he looks like. What? Is it a different one? Because it kind of just works as, like, a different perspective on the one he has in his overworld sprite.
Notice, honestly.
Like how he looks in his face sprite is, like, could be very much interpreted as just, hey, it's just a different perspective on, okay, huh, okay. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, we're getting into it. Actually, let me get water. The screaming has really good on a toll on my throat. Hold on a second.
I'll go get water too. You're on your own, chat. Behave.
Oh, it looks like we disconnected for a second. It looks like we disconnected for a second while I was gone. Hi. Oh yeah, by the way, I saw this on Twitter before already. Because there was like a post that had somebody going like, "Those were sideburns!" Because I believe that was somebody who was like championing that just being back hair, not sideburns. So that's where I saw this concept art already. Okay, I'll wait for Asfe. How you doing, chat?
Hi.
Hi, Asfe. Okay, waiting for Asfe is over. I just said wait. I'm just gonna. I just said that.
I was here.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you to stop talking.
Okay. That's funny. Other enemy designs? Exclamation point question mark. Interrobang. I had 2 guest artists on this chapter to design enemies. Yeah! Null. This is the person that did the sweep that Captain Cake's trio, I think, right? Or at least the art is similar. Might be wrong though. I might just be like straight up wrong. Null actually designed 4 enemies for this chapter. Shinobeetle, Terracotta, the Pod Archer, no name, and the Mantis Dancer. Oh, they both look so cool. Will there be any opportunity for us to see them like in action like the Pippins is, or no? I have to wonder. Ultimately, only 2 of them were used in Chapter 5. Oh, this makes me happy. That makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Ah, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. I love both of them so much.
Pippins again.
Pippins again! But it also means that because I think some people I've seen were kind of under the impression that because it was we were already able to guess like, okay, there's not gonna be like a big funny chapter boss figure like chapter 4. There wasn't one. Like the enemies are also just gonna be like, I don't know, like darkness based or something, and there's gonna be it's gonna be mostly like Titan spawn like combat, because also no more funny. But okay, this kind I didn't think this. I saw some people think that. So this does confirm that at least Little Darkness there's gonna be more quirky characters. So at least there's that. But no, like in terms of like the seriousness of the chapter, a big antagonist that is like with a very charming personality and lots of jokes up their sleeve is definitely like a factor when it comes to like how a chapter feels like seriousness wise, comparing 2, 3, 5 to 4. So and also it takes up a lot of the runtime of the chapter. So if we're not focusing on that, that'll give us a lot of time for a lot of other stuff. So that's like genuinely just like a decision that is smart and makes sense. Why can I not zoom in? Oh, there we go. Design A, butterfly. Design B, stag beetle. Cool. Interesting. So if one of the options was a butterfly, then the Migos preferences were just like all Toby after the character was already designed. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like it. And also the Beatles references. I love like this is just a character that is a Beatle, and that I am not knowledgeable on a lot of the Beatles' output, so I didn't really have any idea about that part of it. Until other people pointed it out, but it is like genuinely so funny. Also, I like the fact that in these little corners the color is not fully filled in. I find that really funny. Oh, so cute! I love this design so much. I really have to wonder what object this even is, or what the Shinobeetle is, really.
A lot of Chapter 5 characters are like really ambiguous on what they are.
Yeah. I had a thought of maybe Coco could be like a duster, maybe. Kind of looks like that. And the beak could be, you know, the handle. Oh, cute! Did they extend? Jin's such a good design. Oh, they're so cute! OMG! I didn't see this part before, because this concept art obviously has landed on Twitter, but I don't think I've ever paid attention to the top right part here. That's what they look like on the inside? Aww. That's awesome. Knight and Archer.
Gracious, it's naked.
Cute. So by this you can also see like that it's the same creatura on the inside as this. Just showing more of their body. Cute. Straight up Naruto headband? That's true. I don't. That probably has some kind of base. That probably does have basis in real life. It's just I'm not knowledgeable enough to know that. Oh, Hitoshi Ariga. Hitoshi Ariga is a Japanese artist who's most well known for drawing the manga Rockman Megamix. Oh, doing something with Mega Man. And designing a number of Pokemon, including the recently beloved Sneasler. Oh yeah, I love Sneasler. Fluttermane. Do I love Fluttermane. And Ogerpon. All banger designs, actually.
I have no idea what any of these are.
Look them up. They're good designs. However, did you know that's really cool that you have that Deltarune just has like people that are like this deep in the industry like that as just like a guest design. That's just so cool.
Every new chapter, the amount of like big guest artists or developers increases.
Yeah.
By chapter 7, there's gonna be fucking
Weird Al Yankovic
Miyazaki making Aria designs or some bullshit like that.
What was my first thought? Weird Al. Oh. Anyway, he drew a bit of a fox character, and then I made some modifications for it in the game. Oh, cute! Cute! My big fluffy freaking tail. By the way, he and his family are immensely awesome and kind people. Wow. That's cool. Guest musicians! People who are not Zun, anyway. Many people helped out with the music this time also.
Okay? Chapter 7, trust.
Yeah, I was poking fun at you a little, but in a friendly way. I believed it too. Garden of Hope. Many people.
He only didn't show up in chapter 5 because he was busy with the remake of 6. Trust.
So true.
Believe it.
So true. I mean, that is stuff that like just happens in the entertainment industry at large. My first thought is like, for instance, Childish Gambino couldn't voice Marshall Lee in season 2 of Fiona and Cake because he was like sick or something. I don't remember, but there was something about that. For instance, like that just happens. So I still believe it. Garden of Hopes and Dreams. Carlos Aini. I'm not sure. Sorry. Hard to believe it, this guy was a kid when he made his first Undertale jazz album. I'm super glad to be able to feature him in the game. That's cool! Oh, right, because this is Insane in the Rain. Right. That makes sense. Damn, a kid? It's cool. I mean, Undertale fans have been doing like way crazy stuff since like their earliest years for a long time, so... Are you done? No, I'm still reading. What do you think? Toby. Now let me introduce the guest artist for this chapter. I'm not sure if I know who you're referring to there. My bad. Funnily enough, the one artist people predicted didn't appear. Zun. Oh, the OWO face. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Rakuichi, Pastor. Rakuichi. Imagine just having like your name in like engraved, immortalized in a Deltarune soundtrack
What a
name.
narcissist!
No, no, don't say that. I originally featured his music in an earlier trailer for Deltarune. Yeah, the freaking Chapter 2 trailer for Nintendo Switch. Which was also where some people first found... Oh my god, our connection is like way bad. We're on 1 bar on OBS. Are we okay? Like, are we not lagging on stream? Hello? Do we have to like... Do we have to like... to... help? Like, do we have to like fix the stream?
You have been lagging on Discord too, like lag spike.
Let me
Connection speed.
change my connect. Uh-oh, it's lagging a lot. Kinda. Okay, well, let's try fixing it. Let's try our best. Hello? Hello? Oh.
I think it's fine now.
You know, I probably should have mentioned this when I played, actually, because this was constantly on my mind, but when the Dream Watchers part, before you seal the first fountain in Chapter 5, was like, reminded me super closely of that one part in One Shot Solstice, and I'm not gonna elaborate, but who knows? I was just constantly thinking of that whenever that was in the game, that was happening in the game. Hello. There's one episode of old Doctor Who where they couldn't get one of the doctors, Tom Baker, so they just used footage from another unfinished episode, and they tried to fit it to another episode's plot. That's funny. How'd that turn out? I originally featured this music in an earlier trailer for Deltarune, but as long as we were featuring a fancy version of Field of Hopes and Dreams, I wanted to make the battle theme fancy too. Cool. Cutie Mew Mew Magic, Camellia. For this song, I arranged a demo of the first 12 seconds. A dozen seconds? Who says that? And sent that alongside a few minutes of me playing the piano and singing. I wonder what that sounds like. I also provided a text description of each part. Ah, so like for what it would what the lyrics would touch on, right? Because obviously, even though Toby is like fairly good at Japanese now, somebody who's actually Japanese would do just like a better job cultural context speaking and writing like a song in that language. Camellia did all the actual work beyond that, lol. That's like that's just so cool because like Camellia has such a distinct style that's his own, but you hear Cutie Mew Mew Magic in game, and you don't really think like, oh, somebody other than Toby Fox did this. Like it's a really good style recreation. With Garden of Hopes and Dreams and Rakuichi Buster, there is like you can kind of like assume a little bit, but yeah, cool. Anyway, the chiptune demo I gave him was originally just the first 6 seconds of this plus the melody but I added some more just now to make it worth listening to. Thanks, just to make it worth listening to. That's funny. Okay, let's see.
I actually haven't listened to this because I read this during lunch break at work.
All right, let's see then. Like the animation.
You mean let's hear?
Yes.
I guess you can see the dog go at it.
Yeah. Oh, cool! Sounds a little different. This on its own already sounds like just really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a good song. Wow.
I hoped it would have had Toby singing in it.
Me too. Cool. But like, this is like a... This isn't even like a chiptune, like a chiptune sketch or anything, because like, okay, chiptune demo, because demonstrate the idea to the person that's actually gonna do the rest of the work, right? So demo makes sense, but like I kind of expected a chiptune sketch for just the melody or something, but like this is a full like arrangement in chiptune. So that's good. Me likey. Flowerman, Camellia. I actually tried to create this song by myself multiple times, and even tried multiple times to collaborate with different musicians to try to do a live version with vocals. Oh man, interesting. So there was the plan for that was there. I kind of assumed that, oh, maybe not, considering, you know, raise up your bat is a thing, but huh. But nothing turned out right with the samples I was using, so I ended up begging Camellia to rearrange it. Here's the earliest piano outline. 3 minutes, alright. Let's seat ourselves.
Piano, I guess.
Huh?
It's the full song, like a draft of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I heard a little bit of Field of Hopes and Dreams in the background there. Something like that. I heard something like that in the background. Maybe I was like hallucinating it though. Yeah, I know. I do like this.
Oh yeah, this reminds me. Well, the full song has it, and I just heard it in this one too. The start of Flower Man has theme of Eastern Story, which is like the main Toho theme that is used in the menu theme of every Toho game.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that just something that he can do? Is that allowed?
He's done it before.
Really?
Like the dog hole is just a very slow melody of theme of Eastern Story.
All right then. Please don't spam. I wonder if actually never mind. Let's go. 10 feet 20, the Flower Man.
Are you gonna put this in the odds next time?
No. Flower Man, Flower Man. Oh man, this is like has a slightly different emotional quality to it, I feel. Oh yeah, that is Toho, you're right! That was the part that you're talking about, right? Hello? Oh, he might be muted. Never mind, he's not. Oh, shoot! Different, but like, oh. Just interesting to see. Or hear. Oh! That melody isn't there in the final version.
Yeah.
Damn. So Sunset of Seven Suns didn't make it into the final of 10. Huh. flower man. Really hope that power the flower man. Even when broken, I am more than glass. Yeah, this is really good. I like this. Like, It's interesting just how much work can go into one piece of music. He's saying like he tried with multiple different artists, tried for like a vocal version, and then begged Camellia to just arrange it. Good. Me likey. me like that like dialogue check, that dialogue choice. Also, no hopes and dreams in this version. Is there hopes and dreams in the final version? I thought that was just Flowey's theme, your best friend. What do you mean there was hopes and dreams in the final version? I might be deaf or hard of hearing.
I haven't heard it either.
I mean, Flowey's theme. Okay, well there we are. That's okay.
Right.
That's all right. That's all right. Ah, loud. Heck. There we go. I think I'm in love / Deltarune logo. Itoki Hana! Oh! Wait, I don't think I knew this one. Or I might have heard about the I think I'm in love being by Itoki Hana. People that were like on streaming platforms, people that worked on specific tracks like this should be in the title. Because wasn't that the case for Lena Raine and Marcy Neighbors for Attack of the Killer Queen, and then not the case for this chapter? Or am I wrong? Because like I feel like I remember the frickin' Sweet Captain Cake's battle song having Lena Raine, like featuring Lena Raine in the title, and then same for Lena Raine and Marcy Neighbors for Attack of the Killer Queen. I made an outline of the song, she arranged it, then I mixed it back together with my own instruments. Also for the logo, it was inspired by the Sailor Moon R eye catch. Wouldn't know. Guest artist? Also, the creator of Fields of Mistria, Claire, drew pink stocking sprites and basic overworld sprites for Chapter 5. Have you seen anything from Fields of Mistria, Asve?
I have no idea what it is.
Go look it up. Literally the exact same style for the dialogue portraits. 1-to-1.
Really?
Yeah. Which is to say, very Sailor Moon looking. Whether, regardless of inspired by that specifically or not.
I thought it was about PC 98 Toho games, because they also have the same kind of sprite for dialogues where it's like the characters bust and up.
Well, yeah, perhaps, but the actual style of how the face is drawn, you know, it's kind of feels that it feels like it's like very, very familiar. Just you know. She has a great friend that encouraged me immensely to complete Undertale, so I'm super happy I got to work with her. Oh, cool. Wait, okay, so besides Fields of Mistria, what has she also done? I'm gonna look that up now. Let me see. Fields of Mistria is like a Stardew like game, similar enough. By the way. Oh. NPC Studio. NPC, not NOC. I don't know what that is. What? Moderns? What? No.
Huh?
Creators of Fields of Mystria and just that. Fields of Mystria Lair. Claire Tonic. Artist and game dev. At Fields of Mystria. At Pusheen? She's an artist for Pusheen? That's funny. Right. Now I want to look up something else. Okay, now. Is this the same person who, like... Is this the same person as Clairvoire? Because I know that there is a person that went by that name. That worked on Undertale also. But maybe not, maybe it's just two Claires. Okay, it's a little hard for me to like research right now. But alright. That's really interesting. Oh, hello, Wait, Gaster is not showing up for me in chat. What the hell? We have Gaster? Clairvoire drew dog food, yeah.
I don't see Gaster.
Oh, you have to switch to... Oh, because YouTube detected it as potential spam. You have to switch to all messages.
He's in between the chats.
He's... Gaster, I'm sorry, I am not translating that right now. Just... Beware the man that speaks in special characters and emojis, apparently. I see it in the chat on screen. Oh yeah, it is in chat on screen. What the hell? Courier New has... Courier New has zodiac signs in it? What? Okay. Yeah, okay, cool, awesome. Great work on Pink's dialogue spreads, they're awesome, they're great. Okay, thanks! What the... Concept art from Matt Cummings. Eiffel art. Okay, great. Fantastic purple guy concept. I've always been confused by this. Why is it not the red nose that is actually connected to the thing? Why did they make a separate thing later?
Gaster deleted his own message. Oh, he fell in the core just now.
Personally, I still don't think it has to be the core. Grr. Okay.
Shut up, nerd!
Okay. That was awesome, though. I really, really enjoyed looking through all of this. Very cool. Back to the fathers. Back to the fathers on screen right now. This is a really sad song. I'm gonna play something else. Okay. What's next? Oh! I didn't even see this! Coco with a Curseman's hat. Chapter 5 was a really fun chapter. And with that...
remember that Coco sprite. It's gonna be in the Chapter 6 Castletown. I'm sure of it.
No, you know what? You're probably correct. Chapter 5 was...
so many newsletter sprites being in Chapter 5, I'm gonna be writing these down.
Yeah. And after so many newsletter sprites dating back to like before Chapters 3 and 4 even came out, being, you know, also just foreshadowing. Yeah. Like, so much foreshadowing for Chapter 5 without Papyrus. Like, just delete Papyrus from those.
Yes. See, that's where you're wrong, actually. Papyrus will be in either Chapter 6 or Chapter 7.
No, I mean, in Chapter 7, Papyrus has to be at least in Chapter 7, but in Chapter 6, there's still, like, Toby still could drag the gag forward, like, a couple more years. Chapter 5 was a...
Actually, Papyrus has shown up in chapter 3 and 4.
What?
Yeah, you find him in chapter 3. How are you forgetting that?
What?
At the end of the chapter?
Oh, right, yeah, that's true. That took me forever to understand the joke. Oh, it's better than Papyrus Knight. Chapter 5 was a really fun chapter, and with that last big burst of craziness out of the way, I'm sure everybody is eager for Deltarune to start directly tackling the main mysteries of the game. Me too! With Chapter 5, we completed the last of the necessary setup for Chapter 6 and 7. Okay. From Chapter 6 onward, there are no more wacky silly adventures! And you will begin to see the results of the setup that has been made so far. Don't know if I exactly like the wording of that. Like, treating everything that has happened so far for setup for the actually juicy, meaty stuff is kind of like... I don't know. I don't know if I like that wording, because I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine, but...
It's literally what it is.
Well, okay.
The night, the death mentioned...
Yeah.
How do you call
them? I guess, but like, I feel like so many people. I feel like this is kind of just feeding people who say that nothing happened in Chapter 5, when having goofy, funny characters is like the main point of a Toby Fox game. Well, not but whatever, you know what I mean. Chapter 6 is a shorter, straightforward Toby, you said that before already.
Something Chapter 6 should be easier to make.
Well, I guess, but he said the same thing. He said the same thing about like the chapter's length about Chapter 3. He said this about Chapter 3.
Chapter 3 is shorter than Chapter 2.
I guess. Chapter 6 is a shorter, straightforward chapter that focuses on one aspect of the story. Okay. Because of that, many things are still not touched on here. In fact, it may surprise you what was missing. But one thing will be clarified, whether you're ready or not. What does that mean?
I am pretty sure this is Des. Just Des. What happened to Des? What's going on with Des is probably gonna be.
But I mean,
talked about in Chapter 6.
Then that wouldn't be surprising exactly, would it?
You don't know that.
Well, no, because that's something that people are expecting, very much so.
Well, yeah, we don't know what exactly happened to her.
Well, yeah, but you may surprise what was missing is like kind of the general thing of like, oh, you didn't even think about like in this direction, regardless of what the actual substance of it is. You know, this is the kind of thing of like, you know, you would be surprised on what happens.
I thought the Chapter 3 sequel boss was going to be Woody from Toy Story, and when we're like certain.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that you know, if it ends up being Des, to expect that it's something Des related, then the fact that it ended up being Des related would not be surprising. But what exactly it is would be surprising. But that's not what he's talking about here. This is referring to specifically like the general idea of what we will learn about, you know. But okay, whatever. But one thing will be clarified, whether you like it or not. Some of you may say, wait, you need to make the chapters longer, not shorter. I see, that's an extremely reasonable concern, but by the end of Chapter 7, I'm 100% sure you'll understand why I feel confident about the way I'm telling this story. Don't worry about the pacing until it's over. Oh, that's a very confident statement. I appreciate that.
I mean, it is really stupid complaining about the pacing
No,
of unfinished game.
that's always been something that's bothered me. Like, okay, whether you're like, even though I'm a little bit annoyed about like whenever I say somebody I don't know, like being way too aggressive. Like, okay, concern is fine, but whenever I see somebody being way too aggressive about, like, he hasn't touched on friend, like, at all in this chapter, in chapter 5, like, it has to be all about the, like, super deep lore stuff. We have to have all of it right now already, because chapter 6-4 already happened. So that's like a little bit annoying for me always, because I always compare it in my mind to the fact that most of the deep lore in Undertale that affected the rest of the story as we knew it up until that point, right? The knowledge of what happens in the deep lore spreads across, like, and influences everything else that's already been, you know, everything you've already been through. Most of that is Asgore fight, Photoshop Flowey fight, lore, true lab moment, like Azriel, whatever, right? Like, basically everything from New Home to end of Pacifist route. That's not a long stretch of time. That is less than the average Deltarune chapter. Definitely less than like chapter 3, which you could call the shortest one, or 1. So, me, like, in my mind, I'm like, that part of it, whether he has to already, like, explain what friend is instead of just, like, chilling, letting it happen, it's like, that bothers me. But this is okay. Some of you may say, wait, you need to make the chapters longer, not shorter. But this part, longer, not shorter, is something I've thought about. But okay, you know what? I trust the dog. You just have to trust the dog, I suppose. I will trust the dog. By the end of chapter 7, I'm 100% sure you'll understand why I feel confident about the way I'm telling the story. Don't worry about the pacing until it's over. It's fine if I'll be wrong on this, but that it does kind of feel like even after the actual main, like, events of the story, or like the journey up until the ending happens, the ending itself will stretch and stretch and stretch, and there will be many events right after, like one after another, a la Everhood or something. I kind of feel that for it. If I feel that could happen for Deltarune, which I would have no issue with. But, you know, I could be wrong on that. It just kind of feels like that kind of game. I believe we will be able to release chapter 6 in 2027. Wow. So he is more confident about this than when he wrote the Steam description. Though still no guarantee. Chapter 6 would be released by itself, in case there was any question about that. Probably at this point, no.
I wonder if that's about this chapter 6+7 jokes.
You know, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Toby dot.
The dot at the end is kinda...
Perhaps. Recently, oh my god, it's time to fight crime is playing. I recently finished writing a few more sequences towards the last third of chapter 6, and rearranging the rooms to fit the new structure. Once we make these adjustments and tie everything to— oh my god, spoiler! Chapter 6 will have rooms in it! Once we make these adjustments and tie everything together...
Chapter 6 will have sequences.
It will have... Warning! This chapter contains scenes! Oh, you don't know what I'm referencing, never mind then.
No, I do. I forgot where it was from though.
It's the scenes of, like, obscene gore and violence, like the warning from the beginning of Ultra Kill, but people kind of, like, for a little while made a joke out of removing the last part, and it's just warning, this game contains scenes. Once we make these adjustments and tie everything together, we will be able to play through a rough draft of the chapter from beginning to end. Barring any major restructuring, the main things that will continue to need development time are the boss of the chapter and polishing cutscenes. Alright. Speculation theories. Don't go it to me! Yeah, let's go! Speculation theories? Okay, I'll admit, part of this I saw on, like, a Shabanka community post, I think. So I think I will be the smiler. I will be smiling. I will be smiling a lot, I think. I will be smiling a lot, I think, throughout this. I'm fairly sure. No more music. Let me music. What do I think? Herm. 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 Frickin', I don't know. Minecraft volume beta. No, that's not. I don't want that. Thinking. Come on, give me an idea, Asfi. Just not something by Toby Fox.
Flower Man. It's not by Toby Fox, it's by Kamali.
Okay, I'm going to. An apple or something.
Long elevator for 20 hours.
That's true, that's true.
You should play the chapter 6 song.
Oh! Oh my god. Yes!
Average Toby Fox listening experience.
DD Mega Dude!
This is Friends theme, by the way.
We agree. We agree with this.
Yes, we will be listening.
Imagine if Toby gets the person who made that as a guest artist. That would be awesome.
Toby Fox featuring Toby Fox.
Yes. Tobias Foxington. Arm. Frickin'. Okay, whatever. HS Volume 9. All reliable. Speculation? Theories? Personally, I really don't read or watch theories. Ah, my heart! But also makes sense. That's because I already know what my game is! That's a funny comment. However, I think it's amazing that people think about the game so much. It's not an exaggeration to say that thinking about this game can be just as much... Yes?
My microphone unplugged for a moment.
Hi. What'd you say?
I was gonna say, personally, I really don't read or watch theories with the two theory-based characters on top of that sentence.
No, but see, I think that's just because they were like visible, like recognizable enough in like regular fandom posting that it was just like, you know, visible to somebody that doesn't even know. Like people who
Caster, right?
Yes, exactly. No, genuinely, there is a non-0% chance that next chapter we enter the Michael door and it's just a pirate's bay.
I mean, it is a green room.
I would be so happy. Did I tell you guys about my little thought that keikis are like elementally opposed to friend? Did I tell you guys this?
What?
What? However, Okay, let's actually read. Personally, I really don't read or watch theories. That's because I already know what my game is. However, I think it's amazing that people think about the game so much. It's not an exaggeration to say that thinking about the game can be just as much fun as the experience of the experience as playing is. And that's like, it just makes me so happy that Toby like sees this, right? Because for us, right, part of the, like, a core part of the experience right now is the fact that we're waiting still. And part of that wait is the theory crafting, the fan works, everything. That is informed by all of the chapters that are out up until now. And that paints our, like all of our individual experiences with the chapters that come out. Like, that is just cool. I don't know, it's like... Acknowledgement of that is cool. Okay. Anyone who keeps thinking about it, like I have, gets my highest blessing. Oh. So imagining what could happen and trying to think about the meaning of the game is very cool. Thank you. I'm saying that as like, I don't know, it just feels nice. This is just nice. However, I do think it's important to mention, sometimes you don't have all the information, or I had a different expectation of how certain info would be interpreted or combined. Yeah, that's... And this is something that I feel like does get lost in the conversation a lot, especially whenever we reach a point with a certain topic where people are like, I don't know, sorry, but I'm right, you're wrong, you know, that kind of thing.
Toby, who didn't think of any of that?
Which, you know, I guess could also apply to, you know, general making fun of, say, piles of Asriel's dust. But I don't know. I've never really was like as harsh on that. I want to believe, but if I was, I guess sorry. It's just that, you know, criticizing a theory is also fine, I think, but I guess maybe some of that went a little too far. But I don't know. Even if it becomes a fandom meme, is it really that far? Because like a meme is something else than just like bullying it. Because I know that some people did bully a lot of Jaru's theories, like straight up. I think Jaru has well, I don't want to talk about it too much. Not too big of a fan of Jaru, just in general, personally, aside from his theories. But yeah, I just kind of thinking of that on the topic of you know, interpreting something differently from everybody else. Because like that on its own is always incredibly healthy, because I don't like when people are like, I'm right, you're wrong, and like are rejecting of other ideas about the entire thing. I think this is like especially something interesting, because I don't think that people who say like, I just solved the Deltarune, like it's a little funny, but I don't think those people have like any actual ill intent. But it does read a little bit as like, well, are you treating it as a story to enjoy, or just like a puzzle to be solved and thrown away? That's the way that it kind of feels like sometimes for theories, that are like, I solved Deltarune specifically, because not all of them are that. I don't know. Big yap. Might have said some stuff I shouldn't have in the middle of that too, so I'm sorry before that. Hello, MD Dreamer. Some of your theories might be wrong, keep them coming, yeah! A good ending of that one gif. I may not be super engaged with people's theories, but I do like how passionate people are, although some theories I see are questionable. Obviously, that will happen always. Gaster is not a pirate! Despite popular belief, Gaster was the creator, not the pirate. It's funny, Mesoploy. Though the original Gaster pirate video by what was the name? Drit, yeah, Drit. By Drit. The original Gaster video by Drit is like did have the joke of like Gaster pirating Undertale, and you know we can't have the same claim to Undertale being created by Gaster because he existed in that world. Despite popular belief, yeah, okay. I remember a theory about how all the mics are different types of fans. I mean, that's more less so a theory and more so like an interpretation and analysis of what's already there. Well, I guess that does overlap with theories a lot, but I personally would call it that more so. People want to be the next game theory trying to one-up Toby, just like Scott Cawthon. That's kind of the thing that I really appreciate about the Deltarune theory space, though, because for a very long time we didn't have because like okay with Undertale. Theory videos for Undertale showed up. Then we had Chapter 1, they showed up for Chapter 1, a couple of them. But for Chapter 2, there were none. And there were no game theory videos on Chapter 2. But this also meant that more people got exposed to actual people in the fandom. And because more people in the fandom had the attention on YouTube, that meant that this could become like a space of its own. And that part of it all was genuinely just so cool and exciting, and that's something that I still seriously appreciate about the Deltarune sphere, because like the theorist space for Deltarune just feels like it's genuinely just made up of fandom nerds and not like YouTubers that do whatever's popular, you know? It's just cool and fun because of that, I feel. Okay, let me just actually continue reading. However, I do think it's important to mention, sometimes you don't have all the information, or I had a different expectation about how certain info would be interpreted or combined. And I do think that this is also relevant with Undertale, for instance, because general consensus doesn't have to matter if you don't want it to matter to you personally. But it is interesting that general consensus on like many things in Undertale's world changed so much over the years. Like, the entire concept of the player as a present entity, like you yourself being irrelevant, and it not being like either Frisk or Kara, it's like kind of relatively a new idea when you look at the earliest fandom days, because like there was nary interpretation of the game that included the player. I'd usually try to contextualize it as like Frisk is experimenting doing this on their own. When I think in the context of with the context of how Deltarune explores it, and it's not all of the same in-universe mechanics that rule it, but I do think it's kind of unavoidable to reach the conclusion that yeah, we are acknowledged by the game. We are a separate entity from both of those little children. Anyway, well, I think it's good to keep an open mind as to what will ultimately happen. I'm trying my best. I want to say that you guys should keep having as much fun as you can. The speculative art, stories, and theories that you come up with while the game is still ongoing will forever be special. Because all this is the only time such things can ever be created. All of you are creating a time capsule unique to this single fleeting moment in time. And I think that's something to be incredibly proud of. Oh, man. I think, isn't it great that you're here right now, playing this thing as it comes out? I said this as I was reading this part. Oh, that's so... Oh, that hits close to home. Yeah, so I've read this entire part already, like an Ashabunka community post. Kind of forgot some parts, since I kind of deliberately wanted to throw them out of my mind for the sake of this stream. But yeah, this is just so nice. And perhaps useful, because there are many people who think that Toby is like, I don't know, that the mics are proof that Toby hates his fans or something. And they're like a cynical reflection of them. Which, you know, there is irony involved there, but it's all tongue-in-cheek. So this is just super nice. I feel like I don't have the words to fully explain how much I appreciate this entire thing, this entire part, these paragraphs. feel like I don't have the words for it. Just know that this is making me smile a lot. I don't really raise my R's. Well, again, Jungler is a cowboy because that was a visible enough fandom thing. Like, even if you didn't actually watch any videos on it, you know? What's Jerome? Oh my god, we'll find out! When I was younger, my older sibling would say stupid anime-style made-up move names. Oh my god! And then pretended to attack me. One was, "It's my Girona." A couple other phrases are also references like that, including the unused voice clip, "Blingo Blizzard."
Blingo Blizzard.
Oh my god. That's such a good, like, origin of that. Oh my god. My sibling encouraged me to add, It's my hummingbird," as another quote to the game, which I haven't done that yet. Will I ever? Flowey's inevitable return taped up in Chapter 7. He will say, "It's my hummingbird."
Flower in a wheelchair.
It's I can't do anything. I'm in a friggin' wheelchair. Sustain us. What's Kiki?
It's my wheelies.
It's my wheelies. Nice moves, Flowery. What's Kiki? So we know this already because of Blue Sky.
Slowly move your cursor close to Kiki.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. The cat is playing, the Kiki is playing. Oh my god. Oh, it's beautiful. See, the theory is not over, it's still possible. Flowers bloom in your heart. Flowers blooms in your heart.
See, theory is so funny. It's like people... It's like if people were starting to say that the stray pixel in Queen's Arena is image friend.
I am still willing to... Because, okay, the animation of Flowery and the night clashing was definitely made, like, all together. Like, that's the only way that it could have been done. So, like, a pixel, like, a light-colored pixel from Flowery's palette could have ended up on the night. Like, that's fully possible. But, like, you also have the sticks just stick to you and won't let go, which is consistent with Undertale, and why Kara and Azrael were covered in flower seeds when they came over back from the village back to the castle. So, like, there could be something there. Because the seeds just stick to you dialogue, or that reference that dialogue from Undertale. I missed that in my initial playthrough, but that's in the game. I think it's just in, like, Chapter 1, maybe, actually? Not in Chapter 5? Something like that. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm, like, super wrong about that.
Yeah, I think it's like to inspect the seeds or something.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be. Chris summoning the 500 Jorona Lings. Kiki is my cat that won't shut up. She gets incredibly noisy every second you don't play with her. She watched her room on TV and didn't understand it was her. Alright. She's like if a cat's brain was put into... Oh, if a cat's brain was put into a cat's body! That's really funny. The song in the room is the song that I sing to her every day because I love her. Aww! It's not fan service for you, but it's a Kiki service for her, even though she doesn't like it. She's bothering me right now. That's so cute. Didn't Toby on Blue Sky also elaborate that he's actually more of a cat person than a dog person?
Yeah.
That's so funny. All of these years. And he wasn't even a fox person. Oh, it's so good. New merch, question mark? It's a really pretty t-shirt. Fangamer has released new merchandise for Chapter 5. More items are planned, as well as some items for previous chapters too. Like a queen plush or some. Oh my god, people! Oh, the premonition! People were talking about a queen plush as soon as these two dropped. That's so funny. Alright. Queen plush is hype. By the way, I told Fangamer not to expect to make too much merchandise for Chapter 6 and 7. That does make Chapter 6 and 7. That does make sense, considering there is literally nothing with Azrael on it. Besides, like, the books which have Azrael on the inside. But that's, like, so tragic.
I completely forgot about Azrael.
But, you know, yeah, that's so tragic. I remember there were, like, multiple fan comics about, like, that were, like, the Undertale cast trying to comfort Azrael for not having any merch of his own. Man. Not to expect too much merchandise for Chapter 6 and 7. So not much that he wants to be in, like shown off in public, I guess. Anything... What am I looking at? What? I desire and enjoy the corn. Happy summer and enjoy the corn. That's a chili pepper. Wow. Wow. So how much have we spent on this newsletter alone? How much have we spent here? How much have we been streaming? Let me see. Wow, 2 hours. Fantastic. This did warrant a stream after all. Hi, Cookie.
So this is all for the newsletter, but like at the same time that this released, people have found a change in the website page that had the chapter numbers.
Yeah, unfortunately I've seen that because it's been all over people's thumbnails. Let me go take a look. Oh, not here.
Do you remember the link?
No, but I'm gonna try to find it. Was it chapter? Was it chapter 5? Yeah.
Yep. So if you scroll down.
What? Ah! Arm!
It's like 3 times the size of 2.
Hi, Script, I went to your channel because I wanted you to watch flowering. Oh, cool. Hi, Cookie. Okay, so my first thought about this, right? My first thought. I remember. So you guys don't know about this yet because this wasn't on stream. But when I played through Chapter 5 Weird Route, which by the way I did not complete, it did end up and like being aborted. Chapter 5 Weird Route. I didn't get to the insert Chapter 7 side B screen. Hi, sad. I didn't get to that screen, right? But I saw that on YouTube, and my thinking about that was like, I have to wonder about what this will be. If it's straight up, you know, if Side B is only for Chapter 7, right? If none of the other chapters were actually called This is Side B. Side B is Chapter 7 specifically. I have to wonder if... Like, I don't know, how substantial will it be? Because I had this thinking, right? If it's too much, if it's too much interesting stuff... Well, okay, can we continue?
If you could go and click on the 7B...
Okay, yeah, but let me like finish my thought. My thinking then was, I don't think it should be that, like, new, interesting, fascinating, cool. Because that would just reward Noelle's, like, you know, very harmful worldview by the end of Chapter 5. which that would reward, I don't know, us. But then I thought, like, okay, but like if you do the Geno route, then you get all of the flowery backstory and your
also the two best fights in the game, so you know.
So I was conflicted on this, and I suppose it will be very substantial.
Yeah,
so now I have to wonder, should I actually play it? Because I was like already ready to like say, okay, no, I'm not doing this. I will watch like Asfi do this or something. But like, if it's this big, I don't know. Calling Flowey flowery. Did I seriously just call Flowey from Undertale
yes.
flowery? Okay, it's Jarover. It's Jarover, everybody. It's Jarover officially. Okay. Chapter 7, Side B. Oh.
Uh-huh. Development progress. How curious, your cursor looks like it's over text.
Oh! Same time as 7.
Yep.
I mean, that would be guessed. I don't know how to feel about this.
So it having its own, like, development progress page, I assume that all 4 of these things are different from the regular.
Yeah, that is kind of
so
the
cutscene, and characters. I think is the last one.
The last one is
enemies,
gameplay maybe.
Oh, gameplay, true.
Dude, what the hell?
Very, very interesting.
It's just completely gonna be... And it's this much of the... Oh my god. Now I'm thinking... Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, here's something. I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know. I had a thought and it left me. Chapter 6 being skipped. I had some thoughts on this that I don't think I shared during our like Silk Song like Steel Soul live stream. So by the way, if you just want my thoughts on Deltarune, you shouldn't be watching those because most of that is not talking about Deltarune. But I did talk about it somewhat there. But in general, my thinking about Chapter 6 being skipped was that because of what Gerson says about there was one more chapter after that, and then it all stopped. And he doesn't actually explain anything about Chapter 6, right? Of Lord of the Hammer. And then also talks about Susie's future having, like, that spill of ink that she will have to write over with a white pen known as Hope. My interpretation of this has always been that the prophecy does not account for anything happening in throughout the course of Chapter 6. Chapter 6 is just completely free range for what happens, where like nothing that happens in it is like specifically foretold by the prophecy. There will definitely be like things that happen no matter what like route you choose, definitely. But in terms of like the actual narrative, right? Prophecy-wise, there's nothing in the chapter that, you know, does that. So this also led me to the conclusion that if you have Noelle with you in Chapter 6, that also means that I'm assuming, because of the slight changes in the cutscene when Noelle says like, oh, nothing changed when you abort, quote-unquote abort in Chapter 5. I had this thought of like, okay, Noelle is potentially going to be really different in Chapter 6 regardless, even if you aborted the weird route. Even if you like don't do anything weird, Noelle will just be different. And this also led me to the thought of like, okay, so what about Flowery, right? Because if Flowery is supposed to die, what about Flowery? So this kind of led me also to the thought of like the knight being kind of like this automaton of the prophecy, where everything that isn't done by the heroes or by somebody else, like Jockington growing the beard, right? Then the knight just makes sure on their own that it happens. So I had so like maybe in a completed chapter 5 Weird Route save file, like in that version of the world, the knight creates the Flower King fountain on their own and immediately kills Flowery just to fulfill that part of the prophecy. I don't know, I'm just yapping, bro. I'm just yapping. Hopefully that some of this makes sense. My bet is still that Chapter 6 is Noelle creates a dark fountain to save Rudy, and the end is gonna be she recognizes something from Des in the night. Interesting. I think Hospital Dark World is like the most likely, but I love everything about like people's takes on a Holiday Household Dark World, regardless of the room. I love all of those concepts way too much to give that up, in my belief.
Both the hospital and the Noelle household have an angel statue. By the way.
Yeah! Yeah! Bro, we're gonna get Angel, for real, for real. She'll definitely have a different reaction to Susie telling her the Dark Worlds are real. Well, she has kind of a... Oh, wait, no, yeah, because she then again convinces herself, no, the dream was fake, and then it's like, despite being genuinely, seriously, emotionally scarred, literally, like, before the actual events of Chapter 5, it's kind of implied that she had the kind of behavior that somebody who was planning to take their own life would have. Like, you know, in her mind, it was like to leave this world behind. The fact that she would come off of that and into Chapter 6, right? Going back to believing that no, the Dark Worlds were fake, it was a dream, I have to convince myself of this because nothing changed. And then still going into a Dark World with the rest of the party. That would be a point of contact. Yeah, I understand. I don't think I've thought about that before, Doc, but yeah, that makes absolutely makes sense. And if the knight isn't the boss, it will be Rudy in case he fell down in the UT way. What, Rudy immediately becomes a Dustener? I don't know about that. Funny thought, though. I'm one of the people betting on the Holiday House, specifically the parents' bedroom, which we haven't seen the whole of. Yeah, that's a good point as well. I think it could be the entirety of the house because of Noelle's consoles. Aram could come back. I think it will be prime time for Aram to come back. And the Mantle game could come back too, because that's like the Noelle house would be the only place. If that is a Dark World, then the Holiday House would be the only place with game consoles besides Chris' house. And also another thing, the basement. There was a lot. There is a lot of foreshadowing about like something like, okay, this is obviously this was obviously pointed out to me because of the infamous now severed hand video that was like that's like a lore compilation thing on that was somebody made on Twitter. I forgot who exactly. But the basement stuff, right? Roots, the basement. Basement in Queen's Mansion, Bit Roots in the Mantle game, the Susie and Noelle being in the house's basement when talking about the severed hand connecting to the fact that Chris might lose their hand, you know, all of that together. I feel like the basement of the Holiday House could also be relevant. If there is a general Holiday House Dark World, then yeah, Which would be funny. If it were to be a general holiday house Dark World and the chapter ends up being the shortest ever, I don't know, will they have like public transit throughout the Dark World to traverse it all? That would be kind of funny. Like that's a funny thought, but I thought about that a little bit. Aborted weird routes are genuinely going to determine Birdley's relevance, because if Noel doesn't react either way, then he's really the side character everyone latched onto. Broken Heart. That's the thing also, right? Because Noel... Noel will definitely get the reveal that everything was real in chapter 6, right? And she will like I think there is no chance she doesn't tag along for the Dark World adventure that chapter. But I think Birdley deserves the truth too. Birdley does despite Birdley not being being a bit annoying, I guess, and stuff. He is genuinely trying to be better after his Dark World experience, and I think he deserves the truth. He doesn't deserve to be gaslit about this. I genuinely want Birdley to be a genuine character again. There's nothing wrong with him, he's just annoying. What do you guys think about Snowy's and Monster Kid's disappearance? Because a lot of people are like, oh my god, they are in the shelter.
Meat factory.
No! 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 Don't say that, no! Hometown Butcher got them, no! Onion Sun is alive! It's a red herring, no!
It's not a red herring, it's octopi.
God. Yeah, Birdie, there is a purple them who loved you, lol. You will never meet them though. Tragic. Genuinely tragic. People who are not familiar with the Homestuck soundtrack right now are like, what the hell? What is this? What are you playing?
You didn't have to increase the volume.
This is Noel's theme song, actually, Gamer Girl. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that one because it has lyrics. I'm gonna get distracted. Game Girl, because I'm the Game Girl and got the Game Girl. Let me look up at some stuff that I might have missed. Except that the whole concept of Weird Router already rewards you. You skip to the end, you speedrun the game. The fact that, but the thing though, that part of it is the part that made me feel really bad. You skip like characterization, important characterization, like the bigger character moments, like Susie learning the healing magic and stuff. That's like glimpsed over.
Time skip.
Like, yeah. That's the thing, right? Because to me, that always read.
Didn't need wrong warp anymore.
That to me, that always read as you being punished in the same way that you are punished for playing the No Mercy route, despite some parts of it being fun. So that's why I'm still a little bit conflicted on it, but I guess I'll just have to trust the dog. Weird Route may legitimately be a speedrun tactic in the future because Chapter 5 is hella long with a lot of mandatory fights, and Chapter 6 is going to be still going to be there. Weird Route is gonna be a separate category though, isn't? Hello, who's
Hey,
there?
Luna.
Hi, Luna. So we just...
You should probably leave when we're talking about the Weird Route.
Yep,
Okay.
prominently. And also we're close to ending the stream, I think.
Okay, bye everyone. Have a good Wednesday.
Bye.
Goodbye! Oh my god. I desire and enjoy the corn. Happy summer, enjoy the corn. So is this... Yeah?
So, unrelated, but Discord is shitting itself everywhere about the VC.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Remember when people thought that this was Blood Crushers, the band Raise Up Your Bat? Remember people thought that this was Raise Up Your Bat? This?
This does sound like something Blood Crushers will make.
This is unrelated to anything, but I am patiently awaiting the glorious return of Laura Shigihara to the Deltarune OST. Not related in the slightest to anything, though.
I don't know who that is.
A person who sang Don't Forget.
Okay. Oh, right.
I mean, she's gotta return, right?
For the full version of Don't Forget, obviously.
There's gonna be a full version, yes. For sure, for sure, for sure. This was crazy. Spamden Sweepstakes was such a time.
I wonder what the inevitable track named Deltarune is gonna be like.
Oh, so true, so true.
Maybe that will have a full Don't Forget.
Penumbra Phantasm. No.
Oh, it's just the number of Phantasm with a different name.
Yeah! But others would call him Pain.
He said Penumbra Phantasm was not gonna be another song of this but with a different name.
No, but again, that's the thing again, though, right? Because, like, technically, Nightmare Night is not in I was gonna say Roaring Knife, Black Knife, but you can kind of hear it. You can hear the like the ghost of it. And you can say the same thing for Penumbra Phantasm in the Holy, like it's already there. We have Diet Penumbra Phantasm in the game already.
Penumbra Phantasm at home.
The Holy will return. The Holy will return, like a freaking Marvel movie, but after credits. I'm just looking, man.
Phantasm will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Yes. Yes, imagine. Are any of you gonna watch that? I have negative interest.
Yes.
Okay, alright.
I will watch it on release, knowing it's probably gonna be a bad movie.
Alright, great.
Be watching it with friends, it's gonna be funny.
Alright. Do you guys talk a lot during movie?
Yeah. Well, unless the movie is good, I guess.
I see. Oh, guys, look! It's wardrobes full of unnecessary things. Wow, guys, look! Rousing is what?
Rousing a wardrobe. What the fuck?
Rousing in a wardrobe. Yes.
It's crazy.
Fucking foreshadowing.
So true. Also, Pippi's in a wardrobe. That's also actually a thing in chapter 3. And you know, I've never thought about that part. When that showed up, I really didn't think that there would just be a massive photorealistic gacha machine in the game. Website that lures the viewer deeper and deeper. Launched 1997. Okay. Spamden Sweepstakes was a time, man. I miss it. Oh my god, it's friend inside me! Beef stew? Well, who's beef stew? Is that a Wayne radio? Okay, thing. Okay. Everyone called Burley's phone number. I keep wondering where all the Vitams, virtual items, ended up. Vitams is a Wayne radio bit. Okay. I very much respect you for constantly referencing stuff. No one seems to know what you're talking about. I genuinely have so much respect for that. Keep going. It's a Kingdom Hearts fan-dub bit. God damn it, I need to watch more of it. Also, oh yeah, actually, update that actually might be kind of interesting. So remember when I kept saying that I never actually watched the full like device theory? I started watching it. I made it up to the end of the chapter 2 coverage, and there genuinely were some concepts that I didn't think about before, some concepts that if I watched it during the chapter 2 era I would have probably disagreed with, and some things that were like, wow, this was already in the game? That's crazy. Very, very good coverage, and genuinely like an incredibly good time capsule. As Molly Stars herself said at the beginning of the first episode, that it was supposed, like, the general coverage of what is in chapter 1, chapter 2 Spartan sweepstakes without the context of future chapters was very much supposed to be a time capsule thing. I think the fact that she like actually managed to have that be like I don't know, she did that. She did it. Like it's really good as that. Genuinely, I think it's awesome. I think that's really cool. But yeah, I have yet to watch the actual Spartan sweepstakes part of it. I haven't watched the full the part 3, the actual theory part yet, though. So. I'm trying to think of things to talk about, and I don't think I have anything. I think this, this is interesting also because much like Gaster, the Weird Route has not gotten official acknowledgement of being something real. And that kind of makes it feel like, much like Gaster, it kind of has this existence and life of its own. Which is a little lessened now that everybody just kind of went ahead and did Weird Route in Chapter 5 immediately after finishing Chapter 5 proper, because, we already knew what that was. But in the beginning, when everybody was like, oh my god, this is real? You're not, like, making this up? I tried it and it's real? That part of it made it feel like it's like genuinely like a living thing in the game that's like besides the development of it. So seeing like this kind of like written about it, this kind of thing written about it same time as 7, which is a very much like a development oriented comment, does feel a little strange, but I won't fault it at all. Just a thought I had. I genuinely wanna. I'm also genuinely really excited to sorry, not to reread, but to watch the Spartan sweepstakes part of the Device Theory Part 2, because I do not remember that much from it now. I think I would have like a blast rereading all of those Noel blog posts. I know that it will be a more serious chapter, but just having Noel again with us as a prospect, it makes me really happy and really excited because of the type of feelings that I had for the game when Chapter 2 was the latest chapter, and in part because of those Noel... let me see if I can find one. Not Scrap Heap. because of those Noel no, shut up. Because of those Noel blog posts. Like, there was so much... Oh, no. Great characterization in that, and that just felt nice to see. Till one day, yeah, this. By the way, okay. Maybe I'll look at that again. So like I don't know. I was just excited. I'm just like really happy about about that process because I hope there is enough genuine, like also whimsical Noel characterization as well as everything else. Because Noel is like feels like a character with so much potential for like being as fleshed out as Susie is right now. Like even in the regular route as well. I just want there to not just be serious stuff for Noel, which I'm sure there will be. I'm just, you know, yapping here. But that tease at the end of chapter 5 of Noel will return in chapter 6. That tease at the end of chapter 5 was just it just made me really happy. Because it gave me like basically a dopamine shot, fueled and flavored with all of the feelings I had about chapter 2, really. So there was something about that. Boot up Steel Soul. About that, I lost my save file again. Facepalm now. I'll make it up. I'll make it up at some point. It's okay. Spamtong Toiler. I wonder how 7B is going to treat the wrong warp aspect of Weird Drought, because if we don't see consequences of chapter 5-6, that's fine, I guess. But if it's going to look as if they happened anyway... Wait, what are you talking about there? Can you explain? Because, like, in universe, no matter where Chris and Noel is, I would still imagine time kept moving. And, you know, Susie had a reaction, Carol had a reaction, Flowery must have been, would have been to have been murdered at some point because of the prophecy. So, are we just saying that straight up those things don't happen and there's, like, just a freeze of time outside of where Chris and Noel will be in 7B? Is that what you're saying? If that's the case, then what's the point of skipping 6? Recently found some fan art of Noel Darkworld outfit from the chapter 1 days before chapter 2. I remember Paper Trail had a really neat Noel Darkworld design. It's a bit freaky and certainly would add mystery to the world of Deltarune. I guess it means like as if the game treats Chris and Noel as still being there on the code level. As in what, they were like splintered off? Like they end up on the shore like in an aborted one, but our control, like like there is a separate Chris and a separate Noel and a Chris we control wherever they end up in 7B? I never really connected it to the world. Okay, I don't know much about the Earthbound beginnings glitch that inspired the breadcrumb thing, right? Don't know much about that. So... can you, like... tell me if that's like similar to War Wrong Rope? Does it also have the thing of like treating as if the Chris and Noel are still... no, sorry, as if your character is still there in the previous play?
What? I wasn't listening.
There is already that hero _ sword around. We could get something more like that, I guess. I don't know. Hero Sword being a separate entity is still really interesting. Because if Hero Sword, regardless of Chris and regardless of our control, is a separate entity, what does this mean for all of those monsters you kill in the Sword route? Like, what exactly is happening there? When you wrong warp in games, usually they treat it as if previous events happened anyway, which wouldn't make sense in Deltarune, because we don't go to Chapter 5 and likely Chapter 6 Dark Worlds. Ah, so... interesting. That would add to the, like, I don't know, simulation feel, I guess, that some of Deltarune has, but I think that wouldn't necessarily be the case for Deltarune, because both Deltarune and Undertale have that aspect of, regardless of all of the meta bullcrappery that is happening, right? Regardless of all of the meta bullcrap, the characters still see their lives as real, no matter what. No matter what the game program looks like, no matter what's in the files, no matter what you can find by data mining, the characters exist on their own and see their world as just their real life. So I think that it wouldn't be the case that events of chapters 5 and 6 happened anyway as they would have normally. That the game assumes that the events already happened. It would be an interesting meta thing, but I do think that it would a little bit betray that part of the narrative of both Undertale and Deltarune.
Hey, Craft, look at me.
Despite your experience being like constructed. I saw this tweet. I saw this. Yep.
Seems right to me.
When your dad is too Roaring Knight. Thank you for this. That's beautiful. I'm gonna link this now. You know, I'm gonna link this in chat. By the way, if Gaster has been in chat this entire time still, I wasn't actually seeing messages because I stopped looking at live chat and looked at top chat again because my OBS widget or widget pop-up, I don't know, whatever. Well, yeah, but those two just did break the game. That's gotta have consequences on reality. Well, that's the thing, though. They didn't break the game. It's on our level, completely zoomed out. It's an intentional thing that is designed to be part of the game, but all of the but like it may seem like it's like something that shouldn't happen to some stuff that is set up in universe. I think that's important as well, because and here's why I think that's important. Chapter 3. When you fight the knight, Gaster comments that, like, interesting, you want to do what's, like, it seems impossible. But you want to do it anyway, I'm gonna give you the chance to do it. He gives you the opportunity to reload right at the knight fight for convenience, because he believes in you. That implies that the possibility of the knight being defeated wasn't something Gaster expected. If that's the case, then Gaster does not understand Deltarune on the same level as does Toby. For us, it's still different. Even if he sets up this experience for us, right, it's not on the same level of construction as the game Deltarune is. And if that's the case, if from Gaster's perspective, we can do something unexpected, but is like designed to be part of the experience as something possible. I think that this logic does not have to apply to side B. That's what you're saying. That's my reasoning behind that. Does that make any sense? Like, there is still a level of fictionalization even from Gaster's perspective. Who is this person who is setting this experience for us up? You know? It's not empty, though. It's pushing the boundaries of what is expected, but not what is possible. Because what is possible, if you do something, then inherently it was possible. That's also why I'm a little bit iffy. I don't know if iffy is the right term, but I prefer to not think of the soul as literally us, but an object we control. Where the soul is more of our avatar than the vessel or Chris, much more. But that's because it is an object and not something person shaped. It's like, you know, like an actual remote control thing, like an RC car or something. It's not literally us. Because we are, you know, brains piloting, you know, bone mechs in flesh armor in real life. That's us. We're not literally in the game world. The reason why I said all of what I said about how I think 7B will be treated, despite what you're saying isn't being genuinely really interesting, despite that, because I think it's really interesting what you just explained, is Undertale sets up its meta in a way that, like, you know, as Andrew Cunningham's video demonstrates, like on Undertale, or like explains, because that's like a really good coverage of that aspect. It, you know, accounts for everything we might do and we might feel in the game of Undertale. Even us losing immersion in the game world, right, is reflected by Flowey and therefore implied to be part of, like, the experience. It's like, it's there, you know? So even if when something like a lack of immersion from the player is something that is like accounted for in the narrative, I kind of feel like the most you can zoom out, the game still acknowledges that as part of the narrative. I think it should be able to do that, you know? I guess that's what I'm saying. So that kind of aspect of, well, it seems like you're breaking the game, but on a code level, it's actually all programmed in and part of the something intended for you to find out eventually if you try hard enough. You know, it's like that. It reminds me of early Minecraft. They've had a limited world with an endless flat field beyond it. Yeah, I know that. That part I can believe, I guess, because it does track. It does track. But Deltarune isn't Undertale. I'm joking around. But no, yeah. Listen. Just because I'm saying this doesn't mean I can't be wrong. Like I can't be wrong. Like I understand that I can be wrong on this completely. Like, if Deltarune just decides to do something else on that front, I'll let it do it. Like, nothing wrong with that. Okay. I wanted to draw, potentially, at the end of the stream. But honestly, I'm tired. I think I'm just gonna cut it here. It was fun talking, though.
Fair.
Actually, you know what? No. Hi! Hi, Emmy!
So Rudy is a knight, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you could consult the stream.
I feel like we can all agree that, like, Rudy or Carol has to be the knight at this point, right?
If you could please look at the screen share.
Yeah. Oh my god. He's doing it. He's doing the attack. It's pretty obvious. My throat is better, so I can hop on.
Oh, okay. Well, we were gonna end it,
Oh
but
fuck! I'm a little treat. Okay.
no.
Let's talk about ending.
No. It's fine. Another thing that I wanted to do was actually show off some art that I've done recently. Not related to art fight, because I showed off art fight in the last Steel Soul episode, which is number 3, if anybody is wondering.
Hi, hello.
So you know what? Yeah, hi, hello. So you know what?
No, this ain't hi to me. Yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna show some chapter 6 arts, if that's
Ooh, what?
okay.
Oh, you
No,
you got
chapter 5.
before?
Chapter 5. Sorry.
Crazy.
Chapter 5. We've been talking about chapter 6 so much. I'm sorry.
Girl got early
y'all-
access.
What y'all know about the prophecy?
What you know about the so true.
It's gonna be a shorter chapter apparently, which is scary.
It is scary, but it says we have to trust the dog. So
Yeah, bro just said, "Trust me, I got this."
that does remind me. That does. Wait a second. That does remind me of whenever chapter 2 was still in development, and you had that dialogue when you interacted with the door to the computer lab. You had the text of like, seems like the dog is developing a game. Seems like you'll just have to. It seems like you can go in when it's finished. Which, by the way, the fact that nobody took that as, oh yeah, this room will be like the big part of chapter 2. That's kind of funny to me. But and then it says you just have to trust the dog. I'm like constantly being reminded of that. Which, by the way,
a different time. Yeah.
that part about the theories, that made me smile big time. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, no, him saying that like we can just have our theories just for fun. Speculation is nice in the time capsule. I agree with all of those things. It's nice.
Yeah. Okay. So in case in case you guys haven't seen this,
Oh, that's so cute.
that's what do you mean cute? Onion Sun is dead.
Nah, I love the art. This is really good. It's
Thank you.
tasty.
I posted this on Twitter a bit ago. This is obviously Chris and the hometown butcher at night in between chapters 4 and 5.
Chris, look, I got food for you. Me? No.
Yeah. And then you have second page.
Hey, it's me. Don't it? It's rude to talk about someone who's listening.
So this is a parody of the boys comic. Because that was
Oh my god, I see it.
This was Asphy's request specifically.
Oh my god, please tell me you have a third panel of just Chris looking up and like excuse me, sir.
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh. Nah, but I see it now.
So these are basically original, but this, yeah, it's the thing.
That's so nice. I love the shading it is. This is so cool.
Thank you. I'm quite proud of it as well. All color picked, not color picked. All picked from my mind.
Nice. That's
Okay.
Color
awesome.
picked from the brain.
From the brain.
My brain picked it for me.
So this is some of the first
Ooh.
some of the first chapter 5 art I've done in general.
Jesus Christ. Way to flex.
No. But I was watching a couple of friends from a certain Discord play as I was drawing these, so I was trying to not spoil them on anything at this point yet.
Oh my god, the caster. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Looks so skeletal.
I always change how I draw this man. Like, you will never see me draw this guy like this specifically ever again. Which, kind of in character if you think about it. Anyway, Seth, still pretty happy with this. Aqua with the stacks, with the money, because of that one video. You have Yellow with 10,000 bluegrass. So much bluegrass for blue. Aqua and Green on the cooking show.
Now I got lots of blue glass for you.
Blue glass? Oh god!
Yeah.
My
Oh
theory.
god, I fucked her!
Yeah. People, they were commenting about how Aqua only has one tooth, so I made like Green a dentist in this one.
Very cute.
The orange is very real abs, like from that one dialogue. And you have Gaster and Green, who are both green, of course. Then you have
Yes.
Batat the Green Pippins, who is also part of the green gang. You
When
have
you think about it,
I'm green
both
now.
speak in hands.
Friend can be red, so Friend can also be green, in my opinion. And then she's here too, because she is associated with this guy, apparently. And then Jackenstein is there for absolutely no reason. He's not green, he's just here.
He's just buff as fuck. He can be anywhere.
He flexed into the room.
I love how you make Jackenstein look so fucking buff. Like he looks like a Chad who's just there in the corner.
No!
I love it for it.
I don't know. No. Okay. So this is. I'm sorry. This is This is stuff I drew in MS Paint.
Oh, I miss Jesus.
So this is inspired mainly by my friend D-Max Overdrive's art and how they do MS Paint art. In general, I wouldn't have tried to do like a single pixel line art because I would be too afraid, if not for them saying the other day that, oh, it's actually pretty fun and freeing. So I tried
It's
it.
so fun. It's so fun.
I agree. You have Gooper here. This is when I first realized what the origins of the Pirate Gaster meme were, and I was like, I was enamored. I was so happy. It's genuinely everything I saw about Pirate Gaster just made me the happiest person on earth that day. Then you have my vision for Chapter 6 Mic Room. They will be pirates. I am putting my chips on the table.
God, that feather. I have to calm down. I'm gonna insult you so much. Oh my god.
What do you mean? It's not that impressive. I would thank you.
No, it's tasty as fuck. Like I'm looking at this and like I love one pixel line stuff. I fucking adore that type of art. This is making me excited to go draw. Oh my god.
Uncle G, what's wrong? So this was actually in response to an ASFI DM. I just drew this really quickly while in a VC, and I sent this to him, and he asked me, I don't know if you remember this, Asfi, and he asked me like, did you like have this on speed dial, or did you just now draw this, because that was hella fast? And no, yeah, I did draw it, hell yeah. This is me coping. This is the cope corner. Frick. This is me coping, because devil is a devil! Come on. Then you have Best Friends Forever, Friend and Aqua, of course. Various Arams that are squashed and stretched.
love them. Sorry, I'm eating. I love those Arams. They're so cute.
And then you have Aram with their iconic straw. For all that, this is also from Drit art. This was for like Drit's like thank you for this many followers on Twitter art. Aram was just like drinking like this with big lips, so I drew that. And then the knight, and the Aqua hugging the knight. All right.
You have such a flexible like I want to do this and you suddenly do it. It's so impressive. I really like it.
Really? Oh my god! Thank you. I often do feel like I can't execute on my ideas well enough though, because sometimes I sit on like an unfinished, barely started canvas for like multiple days, and sometimes I just whip this up really quickly, and it's just really inconsistent.
Yeah, like something I notice in my art that I have a lot of challenge, but like I see in your art that you like fully like grasp it. It's just like the characters and like the world, they interact with each other really well. Like the one where like Cyan or Aqua actually is like patting Gaster. It's just like I can see they're existing in the same like place, and it's just I find that really nice.
Aww, this is actually such a big compliment for me, because I'm actually always jealous of people who are able to like doodle ass like character scenes. This is the reason why you have Aqua here interacting with Friend, and Aqua here interacting with the Knight, is because specifically I was thinking, man, people always draw such cool character combos in their art, and I'm like, I always draw them like without context on their own. So I wanted to specifically draw some interactions here, like as a thing to practice, I guess.
You did a really good job. And
Thank
I
you.
think it's cool. That feather though, like the red feathers.
This is more MS Paint stuff. I was mostly practicing being a little more loose with it here.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, we have to do a draw pile one day.
Perhaps.
Ah, that is gonna be so cool.
So you have a Suzy with a really fricked up hand that I didn't bother fixing. You have a Noelling. You have multiple Noellings. You have blue, dabba-dee dabba-die. You have flowery, star sign the flower. Golden eyes. Blood type SSS. Yeah, I remember that. You have roses and a temmer. I like this flowery, actually. I'm kind of happy with this flowery.
I like the hand, sorry. I like the hand.
Thank you! I'm pretty happy with it, too. I can only draw hands properly from, like, only a couple angles. Ralses, where I got really jiggy with it. I tried to...
The colors in that bottom one.
Thank you. Try to be real flexible, and yeah, for the bottom one also only the default MS Paint colors, because I didn't want to bother. And then you have Le Foon Gong, well, Le Foon Gang, Sans Lancer, and potentially Birdly, and also Rules Card, and also Starwalker, without those people.
Oh, okay.
All of them are Fan Gang.
Zoned out. You said Sans, and I just zoned out. I was like, what?
No, without. Sans and without in French.
Oh!
And this was my first time also drawing Noelle with a long face, because I know a lot of people draw her like that, and I wanted to try.
She looks like a little rat. I like it.
I like a little rat! It's awesome. Funniest part of Pirate Gaster is that Aqua is a member of the crew and nobody disagrees on that. Well, some people don't include her, but it's fine, it's fine.
She's the origin!
She is the origin of the concept. It came from, like, Drit fantasizing about, like, an Aqua Soul mode. Which, by the way, hold on, now I actually wanna show something off. When I was talking about it with Asfi in DMs about the origins of Pirate Gaster, I remember I think Asfi said that he remembers there being an old fan game with something aquatic actually being about the Aqua Soul. And then hold on. And then I remembered an old Merg video. And let me find it real quick, alright? Let me find it. Let me find what I'm thinking of. Because
we were just talking, oh, Gaster is a pirate, surely that means that the Aqua Soul mode is going to be water related, and then, hold on, I mean, someone has done that before.
Yeah, someone has that, but also this is exactly what Drit was talking about as the origin of the Pirate Gaster thing, like then it spiraled off from there. So anyway, here is the old Merg video in question. So this is him playing this, yeah, this Ink Sans fan game, battle fan game years and years and years ago. And it has this part. Let me just mute it. So you have an undyed Sans first. Oh yeah, hold on. It's not visible on hold on for you guys. Hold on a second. Let me. This is specifically what I remembered.
Oh my god, Art Sans.
Ink Sans.
Oh, sorry. I used to draw this guy a lot.
Also, the people who haven't really kept up with multiversal AU stuff, like don't really realize this a lot. But the initial creator of Ink Sans doesn't even consider him as a Sans anymore, just like a random skeleton, just called Ink in general, which is interesting. Anyway,
who the fuck is Arthur?
Look.
Wait. Whoa!
This is essentially just Blue Soul mode because it's just a platformer, right?
It has a little like ship too.
Yeah, straight up.
That's crazy.
So
my god.
So the aquatic light blue soul thing, yeah, that made me think of this.
Toby is really just like stealing from the community since day one, huh?
Sure. Anyway.
Can I say something?
Nothing but love for this, by the way. Absolutely nothing but love for this.
It's really funny, but it's good too. Like, can I just say something? I love the idea that the community just keeps finding like interesting little like nitpicking things, and like it builds up so much.
Yes,
They're,
the
like-
self-perpetuation of the
Yes.
Undertale fandom.
The issue with that though, it's the fucking monkey typewriter thing. Since we're doing so much in such a grand scale, at some point we're just gonna get what the fucking ending is. Like, I swear to God, there is just a single monkey at the bottom of Twitter's well, just like typing up exactly what Toby's dream was, and Toby like read that, did a little like on his like alt account, and cried himself to sleep.
You know,
Like,
you know what
that's-
that reminds me of?
all
The
he
freaking
did.
retweeted fan art accidentally.
Yeah,
Not even
like-
old account.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a monkey typewriter situation. We're like, there is someone out there who exactly got it. Because we're shooting so many fires, one day we're gonna get it. Like, you have to believe that.
I think if that happened, I think it would only be fair if it was on Tumblr, not on Twitter. I think.
True.
All right. So, pretty proud of these, and I'm happy with how I did these Rousers as well. In general, a problem I think I have with my own art that I kind of complain about to myself in the dark alone is that sometimes I try to keep it a little too close to canon, because so many people have their own like interpretations of designs with like features added, some like twisted a little to like fit their own vision of the character, and I feel like I have to do that more because it seems so fun, and I always like just stick to everything that is canon about the character. I don't really have too much of my own imaginings of things, so I was trying to like get a little more flexible with Rose here, though I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep any of it. I guess that's what I'm saying. What would that be? Oceandale, or is it something else? There is, I think there was like a general, just everybody is a pirate AU, which, you know, isn't that
It's not-
crazy, because
Yeah, it's not that
because
crazy.
like even if Underfell now okay, obviously Underfell has so many different interpretations, right? But even Underfell by Underfella has so many different interpretations. So in Underfell by Underfella, it's like so much more than just Undertale but red. But in terms, there's design-wise, it kind of did used to just be Undertale but red. But there were some really cool things. I remember really liking the old the Kara and the Azrael designs from all the way back. Because it kind of, from the way that they drew Kara, kind of just felt like, oh yeah, this person just kind of gets it, despite everybody else thinking they're completely evil, always. Do you remember Evil Sans Underfell Corn? Do you remember?
What?
Obviously.
During the 10th anniversary live stream, so one of the dads says something like evil corn or something like that, and then Toby responds with Underfell corn.
What the fuck?
And then he just says, I actually don't know anything about Underfell. I hope that's fine that I said that. And you went to Fella's freaking Twitter, to Underfell Felix's Twitter. Actually, I think it's no longer Under Fella, it's Under Felix. If you went to Under Felix's Twitter, there was just an explosion of like spamming tweets. Like, what? It was glorious. I was there.
Like, I guess like that also makes a lot more sense since the newsletter from, was it today? I don't remember. Of Toby saying that he doesn't really watch or read or like see any like, he
Yeah.
sees fan art, but he doesn't see theories or like alternate universe things. So like, yeah, he doesn't know about Underfell or anything like that.
But he knows about it, just don't know, he hasn't seen it much, which is fine.
He's
Also,
heard of
here is me trying to draw in
Oh my god.
a version of Paint, like an old version of Paint from years and years ago that I downloaded off of Internet Archive. Don't tell
yeah.
Microsoft.
Type of shit Collarborn would draw.
Type of crap what?
Sorry, I have food in my mouth. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Type of shit that Collarborn would draw.
Collab Worm? What?
Caliborn.
Caliborn! Oh, okay, yeah, I
the
get
alpha
it.
male.
Yeah, this. I understand now.
Not everything. I think everything here.
Okay. Also, by the way, this is Bepsi from a drawing of Bepsi every day, and this is Boot Beer from a drawing of Bepsi every day. Please tap in. Peak fiction.
Pepsi every day. What is this?
Then, oh man, I was meaning to show this off on somewhere publicly in general, but I haven't. Okay, I'll show this later. I'll show this later. I should watch that Bepsi movie. It's like it made me so happy. It just
Bepsi. Okay.
Bepsi. You can look up Bepsi Pogni. Pogni is the creator on YouTube. The reason why you don't really see anything when you look it up is because it's like kind of already hidden on a private like Google site. But some stuff from it ends up being on Pogni's YouTube. It's a comic that has like sometimes videos associated with it and like songs and stuff, and like. The amount of effort, despite its esotericness, is like really impressive to me.
This is so cute.
It's really cute. I really like it. It also has like that energy of just basically doing whatever you want with and like a universe that makes essentially no sense but still tries to be internally consistent, which I really like.
I love that shit. If I ever make a video essay, it's gonna be about shitposting.
Nice.
Shitposting as an art form is the most beautiful thing you can ever do.
Okay, put your eyes on the... Actually, you might have seen this already, but put your eyes on the stream again, please.
I have my eyes on the stream yet.
So this is my design for a Sundari Cactus Flowerner. Did I show this off to you, Amy, or no?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So you remember. But yeah...
I have to go!
Oh, you have to go?
Sorry, I gotta go.
Okay, bye! It was cool when you were here. Anyway, so I don't know if you guys remember, but when you talked to that one curtain that you know we knew kind of had to have the Sundari Cactus behind it because she gives all day, we don't know the gender. They give you the Saber 10, right? The dialogue that like after board 2 is, can I look like this? Can I dream like this? So that's like just straight up like foreshadowing for the concept of a Flowerner and what their deal is. Like 2 chapters ahead of chapter 5. Right? Like, that's crazy to me. So, I believe that, oh my god, they didn't even get to meet Chris face to face. It was just behind a curtain. That's so sad. Let me draw a mass design. And I really wanted to post this publicly somewhere, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, so you have, this is the final design, but I have a lot of iteration here. Final design is, you have 2 horns that are like kind of like spikes, right? Needles. Then you have like a really itchy sweater. And the flower as like a bun on the head. And I know that these guys don't look like their inspirations at all, like the flowers at all. But I just didn't want to care about that. I wanted to draw something interesting. And their name is Sepia. Because all of the flowers are like named after a color besides flowery. And I don't know, what do you call this? I guess brown, but I didn't want to like call them brown because that would be like, oh, you're the poop.
Undertale intro color.
Yeah, so I named them Sepia because the Dreamer house is kind of sepia like colored. So yeah, that's them. That's them.
My OC Undertale intro color.
Yes, so true.
They're really cute.
Thank you. So this was my first drawing. Still, it's pretty similar, pretty damn similar. Like the long dress is there, the sweater is there, but like pulled up to the shoulders. This was another concept. I was like, okay, maybe there should be like a spiky jacket or something, but I didn't think that this really fit. Then they started looking a little too much like Aqua. Then I did this. Maybe there should be like a spiky nose. So then I did a spiky cheek also. these were like ones I was quite happy with, because this one, they are like replicating the pose, you know, of the cactus itself in the light world. Then you have this.
It's just fulfilling the woman with spiky noses quota for Deltarune chapters.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
Well, in chapter 3, there's Nina. Then in chapter 4, there's Miss Mizzle. There's also more I'm forgetting.
Orange.
Like, there's one for almost every chapter.
Alright, that's funny.
Oh, yeah, in chapter 2, there's Task Manager.
Right, okay. And you have the spiky hog here. Point and hearts come out. And yeah. So this is the I wanna do more with them. I wanna do more with Sepia. I'll draw him again at some point. I'll see if I remember to actually post this somewhere publicly. Very cute, thank you. There's also the broken flower in the same chapter. Sunderplane's a rich spiritual successor. Maybe a little. I didn't really think too much about Sunderplane. I could have given him like the hat, but I know that's a Toho reference for absolutely zero reason.
What? What's the thing?
Sunderplane's hat. It's a Toho reference.
Oh yeah.
I saw a tweet of a human Gaster design. It's just Shigeru Miyamoto in a turtleneck. Yeah. Actually, hold on a second. Let me show you. Because prior to me drawing this, I replayed parts of chapter 3 specifically looking for cactus propaganda. So I'm going to enlighten you a little here. All right. So. Let me do... Just, come on. No! Stupid! Copy media link. There we go. No! Frickin' browser source. What are you doing? I clicked... No, I didn't click browser source. I did a stupid thing. Here. So this is dialogue that you get in a Miss Mizzle fight. When you say cactuses are better, it increases mercy by 5. So cactuses is like a thing that can be associated with romance even past chapter 3. And there is the Miss Mizzle's response to that is just disgusting. Then you have this. Okay, this is not as much propaganda, it's just me collecting anything I could find about the cactus. This is from the Undertale, the Deltarune text dump. It's a cactus. It loves you, but mainly shows a sharp side. If only there was a word for that kind of personality, a word you liked. So obviously this is a reference to the fact that, tsundere, word you liked, implication that Birdly ruined that word for Chris. Then you have this. It's a Christmas cactus. You remember its name is Christmas. This is at Noel's house. This is just kind of related to the previous thing. Then you have this cactus needle in the light world to attack. Ouch! It's somewhat sentimental in a way. This one I actually didn't know about, or if I did know, I forgot. So this implies that Chris still somewhat carries those kind of like nostalgic feelings that they might have had as a kid for this cactus. Which, because, kids get attached to random objects like that all the time. So then you have obviously the cactus blooming in chapter 5. Also found this, which this is just what I remembered from the game, but I grabbed it from the text dump. The cactus that lived upstairs loves you. It has a key underneath it, so please push it aside. Potential for that to be actually something relevant in the light world too, the cactus having a key underneath it, considering that the dreamers keep a key hidden somewhere for their house also. So there's that. You also have some Pippins that... This is actually from my own screenshots, so I'm not gonna copy every single one, but I'm gonna read it. Pippin says, Good, you pushed it aside. It's important to push your loved ones away sometimes. Please don't push me aside. So that, you know, darkness just don't want to be forgotten and useless. Obviously, that's on a theme with other stuff explored throughout chapter 3. Also, I got this. Yeah, I got this dialogue in the trash room. Also. Oh god, it's I'm a member of the Midnight Crew post-punk version. Okay, there we go. Different song. So that it doesn't have to be doesn't have lyrics. So when you choose no do you like gambling, Pippin says, What happened to your guts? Come on, have some higher stats. So another character just knowing about stats, you know, other than Flowery. People kind of treated that as a really big thing, but it was a thing already before, even stats like guts. Then more about Chris cheating that I found. And then there is actually the cactus dialogue. And after board 1, it just says someone pushed from behind the curtain, pushed you away. And then there is something, you felt something spiny stuck to your hand, you got a saber 10, the curtain shuts tighter as you approach, so that's obviously known. Sorry, I'm just saying whatever at this point, because I just got really excited about the idea of sepia again. So I'm just telling you everything that I've collected about this. Oh yeah, and this. It's a cactus, but not the real thing. And then when you examine the other cactus in the green room, it says, it's a convincing replica of your favorite cactus. So again, considering that this the narration is like a lot of narration regarding Chris's attachment to this cactus is like still relevant today, right? It doesn't say used to, doesn't say in the past and stuff like that. It's still today. That gave me some ideas as well about all of this. Then you have the cactus as it features in board 2. The plant of spikes hides in the forest. It's no rose, but its thorns hold love. And interestingly enough, it blooms a flower in chapter 5. Then you have someone behind the curtain is talking. Can I look like this? Can I dream like this? So you get that dialogue now. When you moved to listen, suddenly they stopped, and then ... That was basically all that I collected about the cactus. Yeah, there we go. So that's what I researched before drawing the cactus. I wanted to have everything on hand. I had that. I was reading Asfi's DMs just now. I just put all of that in Asfi's DMs for absolutely no reason. It's just really sad that the one.
I woke up one morning to go to my job and saw like 3 pages of text. Okay.
Yeah. Already, I see. The reason is this was originally something that I discussed between like with Azure, and I wanted to send that to him, but I mistakenly sent that to you, and then I was like, okay, frick it, I'm just gonna send it to both of you.
Oh, okay.
If we're just talking about stuff we got obsessed with, then I can say I got obsessed with and caught up fully with Beyond Canon, very much like it. Okay, cool! Glad to know you like it. Forgot the second Watercolor Room Dialogue Award? Oh, I might actually not know. What is it? Because I remember the Oasis part. Like, you look like you would drink 8 times from an Oasis. Oh yeah. This is from way longer before. But this is me doing MS Paint stuff during the 10th anniversary livestream. I did post this on Twitter. This is all out of order, by the way. My Labrador, Alphys's iconic Labrador. Yeah, I was. Huh?
But
You don't remember that?
I remember that.
Oh, you remember? Yeah. I was just in general so happy about just Kara name acknowledgement. After all of these years, I guess since Undertale is a complete game, it makes sense. And, you know, the parts that don't get acknowledged are still, like, just, you know, the open mysteries that relate to Deltarune, so all of the Gaster stuff. But I guess it's been long enough, so Toby was just talking about Kara as a character, and also saying the name out loud, which was just... it just made me so happy. As somebody whose life got changed by that Justice Boy video about Kara, you know the one, I was just elated. I hope I'm using that word right. Radiation Fox. And also Toby's Spirit Bomb. I don't remember why this is a thing, but somebody said something like that in like a chat I was in at that point. Like discussing the stream. Average red Sona with worms. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done yapping. The average person that actually wants to see my reactions to that newsletter will just like see the first 2 hours and then just entirely never see, never watch, never look at any of this at all. And that's okay. I think that's perfectly fine. Thank you for being here, though. I think it's time for us to end, because I'm just like yapping about absolutely nothing. I showed you off all of those cactus things for absolutely no reason. Okay. It's the one with, they were glad you did not flirt with them? Oh! I do not remember that at all! Oh man, I should have checked the watercolor room. I'll look at that then. Thank you, Ezen. Alright. That'll be the end for today. Thank you, everybody. See you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Say bye. Yeah. Okay. Bye.